Shut off the music. I'm going to turn the slides. I'm going to turn on clean feed. And here's where I tell everybody, welcome to Wednesday night. Your DM is Gwydion, and you may take it away, sir.
Wow, quick intro, man. I like it. So yeah, welcome everybody. Thanks for showing up to session 2 of Tomb of Horrors. Just so everyone knows, I'm actually going to be taping this tonight. I'm not streaming. Everybody watch Rob's stream tonight, but if anybody wants to see the DM version, I'll be putting it out on YouTube. So before we kind of get in with a recap and all that, let's get the players to introduce themselves, starting with the wonderfully pretty bard, Benazar.
Hi everybody, I'm CJ. I play the half-drow bard, Brenzdargo Arja, who is unearthly beautiful, and you all have to live with it.
Nice. Bethader.
Hey, this is Jay Side playing Vetharder tonight. He likes to burn things. He's a cleric of Helm. Praise be. Thank you.
Excellent. Jocko.
Jocko, half-dwarf barbarian, and with a sprained ankle. He fell a little bit last time, and he's hoping that heals up because he's running downhill all the time.
Yeah, I forgot. Your speed is -10 for the session. Just kidding.
Oh,
Clark? Just kidding.
Hey everybody, Rob Toohey playing Clark, the fighter bugbear, and even though I only have a 12 intelligence and a 10 wisdom, I am trying to rein in the party's natural habit of kicking in doors all the time, because I know that we're in a puzzly smart place that we have to be careful in. So we'll see how it goes.
Excellent. So does anyone want to give a recap of session number 1?
We almost died.
I like it. Let's go with
And
that.
there you go.
And Jocko sucked them all into a pit. That's one way of putting it, yeah.
We fell into a 100-foot pit, and we came very close to touching a sphere of annihilation. So that was fun. We spent some time digging in some earth trying to find an actual entrance, and we did. And then we kind of came in, and we tried to follow this red line, but it had pits along it. And then we found some kind of inscription along the way. And the jury is out on whether the inscription is actually supposed to be helpful or not. It might just be trying to kill us. But eventually, we found a secret door behind a door that was painted along the fresco there. And then we came in here, and we fought a 4-armed gargoyle. And then we went around in a circle in these doors here. And then we eventually found a secret door in the room that I'm in, and that's where we left off.
That is an awfully good recap. And with that, Benazar, you can give yourself not just 1, since you start with 1, but 2 inspiration.
Hot day.
Holy cow.
It's happening.
So guys, don't forget, nice. You do have a couple of notes if you ever want to refer to them, game info and then info links, just basic things like if you're looking for conditions, that kind of thing. Don't forget those. Any questions? I guess before we get to that, Clark, I gave you the periaptive wound closure, but for now you're not going to attune to it.
I'm not going to attune it because I would have to give up. I would give up my giant slaying weapon, but I have no other weapon, so I can't do that. So I have to kind of stay where I'm at.
Well, technically you could do that, right?
I could, yeah. I'm just going to punch people in the face.
All right.
Fair enough. Yeah. So I'm gonna.
Well, just to clarify, yeah, I got the boots of speed from Fennin, and I decided the generous gift from Clark of the periaptive wound closure. The boots were a little more important to me, so I like to click my heels. But thank you, sir. I just want to say someday you'll be able to use that.
Doesn't Jocko have some spare weapons?
I do have spare weapons, but they're in my pack.
I was going to mention one thing. The boots of Elvenkind don't take attunement, and you guys got that from the fire giant layer in the party sheet. I think I forgot to mention that they don't take attunement.
So the boots of Elvenkind that you have don't require attunement, which means you can use the wound periap thing.
I will take it back.
He has
wait.
He has the boots of speed, which do require attunement. In the party sheet, we have boots of Elvenkind, which provide advantage on stealth checks for sound. those don't require attunement. You're just kind of pointing out that that's there if anybody wants to use it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I forgot to
yes.
mention that that was an item that didn't take attunement, so people might not have realized how they could have used it.
Ooh.
I mean, it's a good point. If you guys want to take a quick peek again through the party sheet, and if anyone wants any of the potions or the scrolls or the boots, go ahead and talk amongst yourselves and drag it down.
Yeah,
if
I
there's
think
anything
we
you
should
want.
all take stuff, even if we think you're not going to use it. We should at
Yeah.
least have stuff. So if anybody doesn't want those boots of Elvenkind, I'll do that. That increases your speed, right?
No,
Oh,
it's
that's your speed.
yeah, advantage to stealth checks involving sound.
Ah, okay. I don't ever try to be stealthy, but
Yeah, whoever gets the boots of Elvenkind should take the cloak too, so they can, if we need to have someone go in, like Fennon's not with us anymore, he ditched
well,
us.
but the problem with the cloak is that does require attunement.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I think since I must have disadvantage on stealth checks because
Your heavy armor.
I'm heavy armor, yeah. So let's see.
You've got +8 on your stealth check, but that should
I
be.
do. But it is at disadvantage.
Okay, I was gonna say it should be.
So
that
yeah,
makes
so I'm
sense.
gonna take those boots. You go ahead, you take those bananas.
Thank you.
And then that just means I can put myself for not having disadvantage on stealth, basically. Right?
Yes.
Is that how that works? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
That's how I read it.
yeah, for checks involving sound.
Oh,
Right.
oh. Okay, so I'll just
So-
give myself. Right. Okay, I gotcha. Nobody wants the cloak because it's
Yeah.
and I'll take. I have 38 +1 arrows. If nobody else is gonna shoot with a bow, I'll take the other 20.
That's fine. And then for Rob, Jocko's got a great axe +2 that he's not using. I don't know if that's attunement or not. If it's not, you might be able to use that, and then you get to use the parry axe.
I'm actually using the Great Axe +2, but I have a Great Sword +2
Ah.
and the Great Sword of Frost brand, which gives you fire resistance, which you may have already.
Ooh, because this giant killer thing I have isn't gonna really be as awesome as it was, because chances are we won't run into very many giants. So I'd rather have a +2 magic weapon or whatever the hell he
All right,
has.
I'll drop my Great Sword in the party sheet.
Okay, great. So in that case, DM, I'm gonna unattune my wave and attune. Oh wait, but the greatsword doesn't require attunement, so I'm gonna attune the periapt.
Okay. And there's little check marks because of that extension. If you want,
Yeah,
just so
I'm
you
gonna
know it, if you
I'm
want.
gonna fix that.
Cool. I'm just opening up the wound closure to remind myself what it does.
You know, actually, now I'm I like
wow,
the look
that's
of
pretty
it,
cool.
but now that I'm trying to read, that shade is not as friendly as it could
I
be.
bet somebody has an effect for part of that too that you might want to.
Oh yeah. I didn't have push to talk down. I was just saying that I really like the look of the screen, but now that I'm trying to read, it is not the most
Well,
friendly.
let me know,
shade.
guys. I'm happy to put it back to. I'll just put it back because I don't want this to just give me.
Well, just while we're reading, like I can't. It's hard for me to see this purple.
Yeah, that's the one problem with it. So I might just leave it. Or maybe I'll change it back, like you said, afterwards, because you shouldn't have to do too much reading. Let me know when you're done.
Does anybody want the potion of mind reading? There's a potion of superior healing in there.
So I've
Yeah.
got 2 potions of superior healing. I don't know if everybody has 2 or.
I think
I
I
have
still
3.
have 8.
Okay, well, I'll just to have it, I'll take it out of there. And then Ring of Protection, we all have those. Potion of Mind Reading, right. I'll take that just in case we need to do something with it. And then I think the rest of that stuff, nobody's using a shield really. And can anybody use those scrolls? They're all not.
The cleric can use move curse and detect evil and good. I think darkness as well.
So yeah, Vethiter should take those if you want to take extra scrolls.
I thought I looked at this. Oh, remove curse. Okay, copy. Yes.
Cool. And as a reminder, while you guys are looking at that, the collar that's in the inventory you found in the gargoyle, and you found 10 gems in it that looked pretty valuable. It was studded with 10 gems, and you also found a secret compartment, and you found a note, but no one could read it to this point. Nice. That was remove curse. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sir.
We
Okay,
were
sorry.
just marveling in your knowledge of spell sounds.
All right. So we all good? We got everything we need? I'm going to put the dungeon.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to put the lighting back for a second.
Well, yeah, sorry. I would prefer not, only because I'm ready to go, but I'm still like doing coding and everything on my. So it's
we'll
hard
just leave it. It's not that important. We'll just leave it. If I
it
decide
is
to do
a
later
great
for
mood
effect.
thing, but when you're trying to read shit, it's really bad.
Totally good. Totally good. All right. Well, let's get rolling. I'm going to start a little bit of background sound.
What was the note that you said is now available? I've got Legend of the Tomb and Message in the Ruins.
You should have info links for players and game info notes from the DM. I can reshare them, but they're shared with everyone.
Yeah, info links for players and game info notes from the DM. Right, copy. Yep. And then under story, I've got the handouts that you get for the Message in the Tomb and Legend of the Tomb.
Yes, that's good to have. Good to have. You never know. You never know. All right. So we find ourselves in this room. Benazar, even though Jocko had looked diligently in this little 10 by 10 room that Benazar is in, Benazar actually did find a secret door. He realizes that it opens by pulling down and inward. It's hinged on the bottom. And that's where we left ourselves last time. What do you all want to do?
Hey guys, I found a door. One of you should definitely open. That's not me.
I'll move in. Hopefully there's a pit behind it.
Jocko, your bravery is legendary.
Yes, bravery. Yes.
All right, so Jocko, you gonna open that up?
With my 8 intellect, I will open it up.
And I'll have pointed out how it's supposed to work.
Okay. So you do that, and so you pull down and inward, and the door opens, revealing another very similar 10 by 10 room.
I will step in and say, "It's no big deal."
And Jocko, as you enter that room, Jocko, kind of from all areas of the room, from the ceiling, from the walls, these crossbow bolts fire at you. And
contact.
You dexterously dodge out of the way and do not get hit by any of them.
Danger sense. You don't have to be smart to be dexterous. All right. So I'm looking around to see if I step on something else, am I going to trigger another barrage? I'm looking at the floor to see if there's any like pressure plates or anything like that.
You're looking around and you don't see anything that you stepped on. You have no idea why those came flying out of the walls and ceiling.
So I kind of peek back through the door and say, "Hey, Benazar, I tripped the trap. Come on in here." And last time I had trouble finding those secret doors. I think there might be something else in here. This looks like there's more to it. I'll move to the side.
How much gold will it take for you to come out and then go back in and see if that happens again?
It would cost me a rage, probably.
That's probably too precious. All right. Against my better judgment, I will
Cheer bits. Cheer bits in the stream. Thanks for your cheer bits.
Drake. Cheer bits. Thank you, sir. Wow.
Okay.
2002.
You're
Drake.
in the room now and looking at a kind of a bare room similar to the one that's to the north.
All right. I really shouldn't be the one searching for anything. But I'll go ahead and I feel like I can investigate, so you can find a similar secret door somewhere.
That's fine. I'll actually I'll give you perception or investigation. So go ahead and do either.
Investigation is much better. And I don't seem to have a dice tower for some reason.
Oh, hold on. That's weird. Now I don't see it.
I've got one.
I've got
I
one.
see
It's
one.
on. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me turn it off and on again.
Cheerbits. Cheerbits in the stream.
Cheerbits.
Thanks for the
Drake
cheerbits.
Did that make
71.
it show
Drake
up,
PD
Dennis?
71.
Let me move all my
It should be that
pages.
dragon head, right? It's a little different than most.
Yeah, it's not there.
Well, you know what? I mean,
It could have
I
got
don't-
moved. Did you move it at all, CJ?
I move it over to the right along the bar there, but it's not there.
I'm not sure what else to do, but you know what? I certainly don't want to spend a lot of time. You can roll it in the open until we figure it out. If we can figure it out later or you figure it out, let me know.
All right.
I'm not sure what else to do on my end. All right, so you're kind of looking, and you do find another door to the south, and you can tell that this door pivots on a central hinge.
Hey, Jocko, there's a door there, and like if you push around this side of it, it'll probably open.
You found it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. You should give it a shot. I believe in you.
You're so nice to me. I will
Yeah.
push the center.
All right, you do that, and the door opens into another room that looks very similar to the one you were just in.
All right, I'm going to grab the haft of my great axe and just put my great axe in the room to see if it. Ooh!
As you're doing that, crossbow bolts again in the room you're in, and it appears in the room below you. Fire. And once again, you don't even need to make a saving throw. You are not targeted or hit at all.
Hey guys, I don't know if it's smart for you guys to walk in these two rooms because I tripped the traps in the other room and they went off in both. Just a heads up, unless you're brave like me, I'll go into the next room.
Clerics are brave, right? I'm sure your god will protect you.
He will.
I
All right,
detected a note of sarcasm in that. I'm not sure.
Just-
I'm not sure.
just a smidge.
I'm gonna try perception because I'm not that smart. I'm kind of wise though.
You have to roll in the tower. Benazar got to roll in the.
I
other.
did. Yep.
He's pretty. All right, and you do not notice
He can
anything.
get away with shit.
That's right.
All right. So I'm gonna walk back out.
Holy
Let
crap,
these guys
everybody.
know, hey,
Drake
I think if
PD
you go
71
into
is the
another
bit
room
boss
after
now.
that last one, I couldn't find a door, but I'm sure there's one there because it's a pattern. But when you enter that other door, these two rooms may trigger some more traps, so just be aware. Because like I said, when I stuck my axe in the other room, both rooms started firing some bolts. If you find the door, I'll go back in, but I couldn't find it.
I don't see a lot of movement.
Renazar will go check it out.
Get in there, pretty boy.
All right. Go ahead. Give me your best.
I will use a point of inspiration.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
All right.
Because you're flush with inspiration, that's why.
And you do not find anything. You're searching. You kind of feel like there's got to be something here, but you do not
There
find it.
is. If there's a door down here, I don't see it. There's someone with better eyes than me. Take a look.
All right, I will come down. Shield up.
Above your head, nice.
Scared.
Protect those bolts coming down, yeah.
So Vethader, as you enter the room, your powers of perception, your foo is very strong.
Extremely foo strong.
You notice on the south wall a door, and as you look at it, it looks to you that it clearly pulls inward and up at the bottom. It's kind of hinged on the top.
Oh, like an attic door, but on the wall. I start like blowing at the seams and like kind of moving some dust around, and then I start like pushing at it. And I think I have a crow. Yeah, I have a crowbar. I'll put the end on the bottom and try to. Basically, the bottom is where the seam isn't, right? The seam, I feel like the seam's on the top, so I'll put the crowbar on the bottom and kind of pull it back and try to get a something to grab and move it.
Okay. And just as you're starting to do that, even before you put that in, crossbow bolts come ringing around you.
Shoom.
And this time they do fire. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm super good at that.
And you do not succeed. And you take a little bit of piercing damage. Ooh, you take 10 piercing damage, 11 piercing damage. Is that right? But
my belief in the glamorousness of Benazar stops the damage from actually harming my flesh.
Yes, it does. And Benazar, give me a perception. Yeah, give me a perception check. All right, so Benazar, you're kind of looking, and as you've been watching Jocko and Vethater come in, you actually think this is more of a timed. As once you're in here, you don't think anything specific is triggering it. You think it's the amount of time you spend in each room, and you think it just
Hey guys, this seems to work like cyclically, like they fire on time. I think if we like wait in here and wait for them to fire, then we can go in and maybe get that door open without being shot.
All right, I'm going to click the boots and run through the door that he just opened. Is it to the south?
I'm not sure. He hasn't opened it yet, but he's.
Oh, okay.
And he knows it didn't. He doesn't. We don't think. You don't think that's what's triggering it opening. It's just the time in here.
Would the arrows have deterred me? My belief in the glamorousness of Benazar would give me fortitude to carry on through any amount of adversity.
No, I will continue to open this up for you. 1 second.
Quick question. The room between us and him, did the bolts go off again in there as well at the same time?
Yes. So it's in the room immediately below Benazar and the room Vethater's in.
So we would be able to observe that and see if the timing is consistent.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Time it and run through. Yeah.
Yeah, time it, and
right.
Kind of like when you're trying to get rid of hiccups, you count and then you drink water. That's how I do it.
All right. So you open it, Vethater, and it kind of opens into a room, but this time you don't see a wall on the west hand side of this right now. It looks like it might be more of a passageway.
Hey guys, if you're watching
and this
the stream,
is where I'm moving, right? That's the one
first
I'm
of
at.
all, thank you.
Correct.
But if you were not
so
here during the pre-show,
I still have
you
my
missed out
shield on one
prizes.
hand, and my other hand I put the crowbar.
We gave away prizes during the pre-show.
Push it into the side of my backpack.
Okay.
And I've got my my amulet of continual light, just kind of looking forward and trying to see if I see anything. Trying to relay whatever I'm seeing back.
And you do see a passageway that goes on about another 20, about 25 feet that ends in a wall on the far end.
All right. So I'll look back at Benazar, and do I see them trying to time these arrow shots?
Benazar.
I don't know if. Yeah, Benazar can tell you if he's like relaying that information to you. Then yeah, you would know that.
Well, it looks clear so far. There's a hallway.
Right. I think if we wait for them to go off next, then we can get through without much problem. So you might want to come back here before that happens.
Or I might grab our shield of missile attraction and just plow through like a banshee.
Do I feel the need to come back, or do I feel safe?
Well, I mean, Benazar, tried to pronounce both of your names together. Benazar is telling you that he thinks that the triggering mechanism is the amount of time you're spending in this kind of the secret areas that you've been investigating?
Oh, all the rooms are blown up.
Yes. That's what you think. I mean, so tell me if you want to test that out for a few minutes or run back or what you want to do.
I guess I'll try to find the end of the gauntlet, honestly. I'll say, well, I'm in the middle of it now. Let me see if I can find the next area to enter. And I'll try to go down the hall.
Okay. And as you go down that hall, you again notice with your powers of perception on that far wall, you notice a door that looks like it slides up. And as you're looking at it, once again, crossbow bolts fire in this entire hallway. And in the 2 rooms above, Benazar can see them come down, but you are not hit at all. And you can certainly slide that door up if you'd like.
All right, I'll bring my crossbar or my crowbar out, and I'll do that as well. Did the first door that I crowbarred up close, or did it stay open?
No, it's open. It's still open.
Okay, so I'll work on this one, and I'll say, clear in here. None of that was those bolt sounds were coming from this direction.
As soon as Clark. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say he opens into another, and Vethor, you see another what appears to be a 10 by 10 foot room again.
So Clark
I'll relay that I feel safe.
Clark determines that Vethor is getting too far away, so he's going to try to catch up to him all the way.
Benazar will reluctantly follow.
Okay. You kind of stand where you are, Jocko?
Yeah, I'm thinking frickin' Clark took off with the bag of holding with the shield of missile attraction, so I'm going to run like a banshee too and to there. And I'm going to put my shield that I haven't been using, I'm going to arm it on my arm and put it over my head.
Okay. All right, so what are we doing now? You're in you see another 10 by 10 foot room.
I'm going to have the Master of Perception come in here and look around. I mean, I suppose I could look, but I don't.
All right, I feel perceptive.
I'll be praised.
I feel perceptive.
Praised.
Step in after him and try to gander it.
So Vethor, you again notice on the north wall, you notice a door, and you do believe that this one pulls inward and up at the bottom. It's kind of hinged from the top, so almost the opposite.
Inward and
of
up.
the one a few doors back.
Inward and up from the column. All right, I'll relay that info.
Okay, and as you're relaying that and getting it ready to open, bolts shoot all around you all and do not hit you. So do you want to open that?
Yes.
Okay, you open that into another hallway. It's about 10 feet wide.
I go in as soon as he opens the door. I mean, I don't want to push him out of the way or anything, but...
I get you.
Get out of my way!
More of an elbow.
Okay.
Now, Clark is going to start looking around. He's been watching Vethor, and he thinks he can do it now.
Give me a perception check in the tower, or a perception or investigation, and you can do it with advantage. You guys, are pretty confident you're looking for some secret doors now. Okay. You don't really notice anything on the walls that you're in, but as you're kind of looking a little bit further, you're pretty confident that you notice a door about 10 feet up, or I guess 15 feet.
Okay. I'll say, hey, guys, I see another place here. Let's get out of this arrow mess, and then I'll just open that door in whatever fashion it opens.
Okay.
Jocko will join you.
Okay. And this one looks like it just literally slides to the left. Slide it to the left. Are you opening it?
Absolutely.
Bart?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay. I couldn't before. So you open it to another
these goddamn 10-foot rooms.
10-foot room.
Yeah, I go in and then see what happens.
All right. And this one on the the west wall, you actually see the door has 7 studs that are all in a row. And as you're looking at that, bolts fly all around these areas again, but nothing happens to anybody. You guys are too dexterous. All right,
So
and you
there's-
think that by you think. Let's see. Well, you gave me. Oh, you didn't give me a perception. Give me a perception on this one. So you can tell the studs are the solution here, but give me an investigation check, I guess, in the tower. See if you know
Okay.
what the right way to open this. Okay, so you think by pressing the 1st, the 3rd, and the 7th button, the stud, you think the door, that's how you open the door.
Okay, so I do that.
Okay, you do that, and the door comes crashing down on you as it falls inward.
Oh,
I try to catch it. I try to catch it.
Because that was your roll. And as you you take, actually give me a dexterity saving throw first. I don't know if you have any bullshit advantages, but you can apply them.
Bullshit advantages. No, not if it's not based on sound. I don't. So dexterity saving throw. Yeah, this might be bad. I'm strong. I can take it.
You're an athlete. You could jump back.
Oh, and you actually are able to deftly kind of slide to the side and shove the door to the side as it comes crashing down, and it does no damage to you. Well, that's a good point. I could have done that. No damage.
All right, so I dive out of the way there, or get the door and let it land on the floor, and then I say, "Looks like it's all clear, everybody."
Jacko looks at him, Master Clark. I saw what you tried to do there. I'm confused.
This is what happens when you refuse gifts, Jocko.
Nice.
Ah, that's what it was. I apologize again.
All right.
And it appears, Clark, as you're kind of putting the door's fallen, so you can kind of see that it opens into a larger room. I'm just opening kind of what you can see from where you are.
Okay. Are those glowing or anything, or is that just decorative tiles?
There's some inlaid tiles, and there's it looks like there's all kinds of animals and strange signs and glyphs. So that's kind of what these things are. And I'll show you a picture as you, actually, you know what? I'll show that to you now. And this is an old school one. So just look at it for more of the idea of what you're seeing, because it's hard to describe. But as you think about these kind of circle-like glyphs, they're two-dimensional.
They're playing basketball
on the wall. Yeah, they're on the walls. So it's not, it's kind of hard to show that. But think about the one in the top left as being kind of on the wall, literally on that far wall.
Okay. That old school art was so cool because that's the best they had back then. It was just awesome.
I think it's kind of cool because this one doesn't have anything. You're just supposed to describe it, which is fine, but it's kind of cool to see those.
All right, I'm going to go in, and I'm going to look back over my shoulder and kind of shrug here it goes. And I'm going to go in and see what nasty things happen to me. Oh. Okay,
as you look at that, there's glyphs and these things all over the wall, and you see a couple of doors, obviously, on the west-hand side, but just all kinds of different colors, and I can describe each one as you kind of look at them, but different colors, different sections of the wall. Some are high, some are, kind of held head high, some are at the waist, some are at the feet. So let me open, let's see, you have dark vision, right?
Clark does have dark vision.
I believe so.
He does, yep. And we can't hear you, Clark.
I think he's forgetting push to talk.
I'm using my push to talk, but I don't know why. You guys can't hear me?
We weren't, so something was going on.
It might be that whole thing where I move my mouse to my other thing and it defunks the sound. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I have dark vision.
Okay. So, you see pretty far down, obviously, to the extent of your dark vision. It looks like this hallway continues to go down, but that's about as far as you can see from where you are.
Okay. I will say to Vethader and Jocko, who are closest to me, I'll say, hey, why don't you guys check out some of these? I'm going to see what's down here at the other end. And I'm going Move down enough to see if I see to the end of the hall there.
Okay.
Go forth with vigor.
With Vega.
You
And Benazar, just as you get out of the room, the bolts fire again from behind you, but do not hit you.
rude ass bolts.
They are rude ass bolts.
All right, let me get. Let's see. Yeah, you can.
Rob Tui
I'm gonna.
has
I'm gonna
joined the
unshade,
bank
even though
heist.
you're not quite.
I would go down as far as it took to be
That's
able to
fine.
see. Yeah, to
So-
see the end.
It looks like it goes down all the way to the bottom. On the bottom edge, you see what looks like it's more of some kind of portal. You can't quite tell from where you are.
Like
but
an
it looks
open
like
doorway kind of a thing, sort of. Okay.
Exactly, kind of like an archway on the bottom.
Yeah. All right, so then I'm going to say to these guys, okay, so there's a way out down there. There's these two doors. What did you guys find about these glyphs that you're looking at?
Yeah, I'm sorry. If anybody's looking at particular glyphs, tell me what you're doing, where you're looking, how you're investigating, whatever you're doing. Just try to explain to me. Maybe point an arrow of which one you're looking at.
Explain it to them.
Jocko, look at the one to his north.
Okay. The one immediately above you, correct? That
Correct,
one's
yes.
that one's a silver sphere that is kind of at your feet on that east wall right above you. So it looks
All
like
right.
it's kind of it looks like there's some kind of like jackal-headed figure that has that at their feet. And roll me a perception.
Explain
check.
it to them.
All right.
Explain it to them. Explain it to them. Explain it to them.
Okay.
Con.
All right. Anybody else looking at anything?
I'm looking for a red one.
A red one?
And I'm looking for
Okay.
one that matches the phrase "night's great color." And maybe that's midnight blue?
Okay, so
Night's
that
good
one
color.
appears to be red. So let me move you down there. So that's about 4 feet off the ground, held about waist high. But you don't see anything else unusual with it. And so Jay, I mean, or Vethader, it's hard to. I mean, there are turquoise colors. There's indigo. There's gray. So whatever you think. There's pale violet. There's
Probably black or indigo. I would go to first.
Okay.
Do.
So let's see. 1 second.
Is this one indigo? I'm assuming this one's black.
Yeah, that one that you just pointed to is purple. Yeah, this one
Okay.
is black. Sorry, that's the one that's black, and then I showed you the one that's purple.
I'll head to the black one.
Okay, and as you get there,
Oh no.
give me in the tower. Give me an investigation check as you're kind of looking at it, and tell me what you're doing with it too. But it is black, and it's at about 3 feet off the ground as well.
I'm trying to first see if there's anything blocking my ability to look at it. Like I would start blowing away any dust with my breath. So I would kind of get close to it and kind of go like Indiana Jones style, where you're just kind of trying to see the thing that's probably been sitting there for a long time. And then I would try to get to the point where I can look at it closely.
Okay, as you do that, as you kind of go up towards it and you blow on it, it shimmers, and it's almost like it gets fainter for a second, and then kind of gets a little more solid again.
I'll say, guys, I tried to clear some of the dust off this rune, and it shimmered, and then it lost that luminescent light that I saw, and it went back to the dull black color. Just as an FYI. And do I notice anything significant about the designs or the runic symbols or any kind of
You don't, as you've walked down the
Okay.
halls and looked at some of these, none of them, they all look kind of interesting and strange in their own way, but this one doesn't stand out any more to you other than kind of that shimmer that it did.
Okay. I'll continue there for a moment as the others carry on.
Okay.
Jocko's just going to come down and twiddle his thumbs and go, I got no idea. I'll just watch you guys.
What kind of what's this down at the south? This exit, is it another one of those misty doors?
It is, Benazar, and as you get kind of a little bit closer to it, right where you are there, 3 stones in the archway in front of you begin to glow. So there's one on the left-hand base stone shines with an olive hue. The one on the right glows citron, and the keystone 7 feet overhead gives off a russet light.
Oh no!
Don't touch the olive one, whatever the.
What color is russet? Is that brown or like rust? That's what I'm thinking.
Russet, I believe, is a little bit like of a reddish rust, I believe.
Reddish rust. Okay.
And what was the second color? Citrus?
Citron.
So that's usually, sorry, you're right, citron.
Is it a
More
what
of a
is that?
yellow.
Okay. All right. So green. Shun green if you can. If sheds of red stand for blood, the wise not need sacrifice. But
And as you're looking at this, just to be clear, it's all clouded and veiled. It's like a haze that you're looking through.
Cheerbits in the stream. Thanks for the cheerbits.
And these 3 stones around it, but
Dragon
otherwise,
bait
you really can't
is the
see
new bit
through
boss,
this haze
everybody.
at all.
Cheerbits. Dragon bait. Cheerbits. Bit boss.
Is there any other egress from this room that in the west? Those slabs.
Those are doors.
Those are doors.
So, and Vether, while you're standing there, while these guys are focusing down there, give me another investigation check in the tower for me.
Fucking aces at investigating shit, boys.
We'll see.
All right. Well, as you look at that black circle, in addition to its shimmer, now as you're looking at it closely, you can tell that it's clearly an illusion, and you see now that you're staring at it intently. I don't move the whole map. You actually see a crawl space behind it.
A crawl space. A crawl space for what size creature? Like a human crawl space?
Yeah, you definitely. You think any of you could kind of squeeze your way through and crawl through it? But yes, it's big enough for any of you to crawl through.
All right, I'll say, guys. There was an illusion over here, and behind this imagery, this sorcery, I say with poison in my tone, is a crawl space.
All right, Jocko is a half dwarf, so he's used to tunneling. He'll head on up there and kind of take a look in with his dark vision to see a little further back to see if he sees any danger.
Okay, and as you're doing that, CJ, which did you look at? Which circle did you look at?
The red one. That one, I believe.
Damn it. Okay. So CJ, as you looked, as you looked at that one, CJ, that's my fault. I read that one wrong. You actually noticed something similar. So you do see again an illusion masking a crawlway behind that.
Oh.
I thought that was another. There's so many of these I have to flip through, and they're not marked very well. So
That's all right. I got entranced by the door. I'm like, oh yeah, hey guys, there was one behind this one too.
Let's take a look down there with dark vision.
Okay. All right. So now they're pretty obvious to you both. So as you look down this one here, it looks like it goes about another 35, 40 feet. And then it looks like you can just make out it might bend down to the right, possibly.
Jocko looks down. Split the party?
I got
And
it
the
done
DM
right, Jocko.
says,
What do you
yes,
got?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the DM loves it.
Push all the levers down.
Nice.
I did that. Not good.
So
Alright,
it
I
said.
Oh, go
It
ahead.
said if we go with red, we don't have to sacrifice a ring of magic metal. It sounds like, again, if this riddle is to be believed, sounds like the Black Passage will lead to a fight, which I'm okay with. I don't think we have any more spare rings, so that might be the way to go.
We do have a ring of
We
protection.
do,
that's,
yeah, we do have
still
one
on
ring
ship.
of protection that we can give up if we need to.
And Vethader, I did open that up. It looks like, again, it's another, with your light that you have, the magical light, you can tell that it looks like it might be a pathway that kind of dips down a little bit to the south.
Curves a little. Okay.
Yep.
I wish this was a tomb of whores.
You would.
Yeah, it turns down. That's.
I would too. I'm just saying, you would.
Right, you would, but you're saying I would. I see what you did. Well, what color did we say the one is by Jocko? That's not black.
Black.
It is black. So that leads to a fight, and the red leads
Potential.
to. Okay,
Jeez,
yeah, let's
that
do
was
that.
with
Let's do
authority.
it.
Which one?
Benazar's into it. I'm into it.
Go fight shit.
Let's fight.
Go fight shit.
Back in black.
Back in black.
And all of a sudden you start hearing.
Play Black and Black by
dun-dun-dun.
AC/DC.
No, just kidding.
Hey,
Oh, I bring
Siri,
Hell's
play
Bells.
Black and Black.
All right.
I'm Siri.
All right,
Hey,
so Jocko,
Siri,
it's
play
pretty
Back
tight in
in
there,
Black.
but you can kind of.
I'm gonna move in and make room
your
for everybody,
down.
so we're not splitting the party.
All right, centipede it up.
Okay. There we go.
That's
Nice.
about all we can,
Copyright Warner Brothers Wacky.
that's about as far as you can go without getting dinged on YouTube.
Well, Rob knows. He knows the secrets.
I know the secrets. As you come.
I don't know if it's actually Warner Brothers. It might be someone else.
And so, Jocko, you're noticing as you're kind of looking down, it looks like the pathway is starting to dip down. So you're walking, not at a really steep angle, but enough that you feel like you're going below the level of the hall that you were just in.
Like it's sloping down, so we can go under.
Correct.
Oh, okay. So this tunnel's going down, guys. Vethader, are you coming in before I make a
Yes,
break?
If only we had a
The
grease
European
spell, we
Union.
could have some
Fuck
fun
those
before we
people.
die.
Oh, look at this
Nice.
bullshit.
It's an underbridge.
Oh, whoops! Hello, don't move me.
I won't.
I got crazy.
So, so Jocko, you notice that you're kind of going under the room, and as you do that, it goes this way. 1 second.
Oh, so it doesn't just come back out in there. We're descending.
Right.
Oh,
That's what I
now
was trying to describe.
something's
Is that
happening.
it's kind of
Jocko's committed.
underneath. Jocko dashes.
I love my tunnels.
Ew.
You're a freaking under mountain guy or whatever.
The Underdark, sir.
That's right.
Because
Whatever, it's the same.
it's beneath you and it's dark.
All right, and as
It's
you
a very
get
creative name.
about there, let me open up another map. Give me a second.
So as you're open the map, I'm counting heads, going Clark, Benazar, where the hell's Vethader? We need some healing over here. And I holler
Sorry.
back to tunnel, wake him up.
Oh, we're all gone. Holy shit.
Benazar just
So that-
stares at Jocko for a minute, like I didn't just heal you through the whole fucking dungeon last time. God.
Nice, Vethader, are you heading down with them?
Yes, I'll follow.
Okay, so let me gonna get you in the general. This is kind of a tight cavern, so it's kind of hard to put you in squares, but stand by.
And I whisper in Benazar's ear, "Hey, don't make me rage. Talking bad about me like that. I love you, man. You know that."
You don't show it.
All right, we're
I'm a
going.
bit of a knucklehead. I don't know how to do that, but let's go.
We're going to the right. I mean that. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yes.
I'm all good. I'm all good with it.
All
There's
right.
about to be a fight.
And
According to
We
that
just need
poem.
Bruce
or
Buffer
ritual.
to. Let's get ready to rumble.
All right, stand by 1 second.
For the thousands
Let's
in
get
attendance
ready to
and the millions watching at home.
rumble.
It's time.
Where are my bitches at? I'll crawl. Who wants to crawl? You want to crawl? I'll crawl. You want
He
some
used to
crawling?
do the announcing for the main events on Monday Night Nitro.
Who did?
Watched that
Michael
a lot
Buffer?
as a kid. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Michael.
Jocko,
Yep.
Yeah, he's awesome.
you get down to the bottom pathway here, and you are confronted with solid stone.
All right, that's the trick. Let's go through it.
I'll kind of look at it and pull out my old pickaxe miner's pick that I brought with me and say, "What do you think, guys? Does this look like it's something we should plow through, or are we checking the walls first?"
It certainly looks like a Jocko job. So
I'm gonna look at it and see if there's any kind of latches or buttons or. It's a little strange for a tunnel to end suddenly.
Give me a perception check.
Perception. I see what he's doing.
And you don't see anything. It looks to you like this is the end of the path.
So I'll kind of step back and go, "Hey, that's the door!" Kind of yelling down the tunnel and waking all the monsters up. We need a
we're unlocked.
perception
Okay.
down here. There's a wall at the end. I don't know what the hell. I think there's some kind of way to get through it without having to break out my pickaxe. But if you want to check it out, that'd be good.
No pickaxes. All right, we're trying to be quiet here. I will try to squeeze by and get to where he's indicating.
Okay. You do that, and as soon as you look at the wall, you do see what is obviously to the south. I was
Throw
holding
dynamite.
shift. Hold on. But you do see an obvious outline of a door it was very hard to make out, but you do see that there is obviously a door that leads.
Full-size door.
Yeah, it looks like it's a pretty full-size door. Yep.
As soon as Clark notices that Vethater finds a door, he looks over to Jocko and quirks his mouth sideways, like.
Yeah, I put both hands up and go, "I'm a little bit perceptually blind. You know that. You've been with me a while."
we just have ADD. It's not our fault.
I was just trying to read this note. If you find the false, you find the true, and into the calmed hall you'll come, and there the throne that's key and keyed. 2 pits along the way be found to lead to fortuitous fall, so check the wall.
We did a pit already, right?
So I'm saying to the group that 2 pits along the way sounds like what we found, and check the wall sounds like this wall. So I'm trying to I'm mumbling under my breath and saying things like that, and then I'll try to check for any pressure plates or crossbow bolt openings of trapped poison arrow nests or yeah, I guess I'm looking for crossbow openings because that's what we've been seeing a lot of. Holes.
Okay, give me an investigation.
Music changed.
Holy Christ, there's ominous music.
And no, I mean, it looks pretty standard to you. It looks like it was very difficult to find, but you don't notice anything unusual at all.
All right, I'll start with a push to see which direction the hinge goes.
Okay, it looks like it pushes open to you, kind of open, and then maybe down and to the right, so kind of straight down and.
I'll do that then. I will do that.
You do that, and it looks like, from what you can tell, just from that little sliver before you walk in, that it looks like it's some kind of temple area.
Oh, shit. Do I recognize any of the religious paraphernalia, or just general tools of worship? Incense, maybe oils?
I mean, from where you are, you can just kind of make out there's some pews. So you can see kind of the edge of some pews on kind of towards the center here. On the wall, you can just make out some normal scenes, normal life, but the people seem to have some rotting flesh and worms eating at them and so forth.
All right, I'll say to the group, we've got corpses ahead. It looks like some kind of religious hallway.
Join
There
arena.
are
Everybody
pews
join
and
arena.
altars, as if somebody was worshiping, or if these corpses were involved in some kind of worship. And I'll step on through the doorway.
This is a temple of Merkel. I'm leaving.
Okay. And as you enter,
Oh, holy shit.
you see what's obviously now a temple area. I already described a little bit of the walls. There are also various religious symbols of good alignment. There's a mosaic path leading between 4 rows of wooden pews that face the worship area. And in front of the pews, there's a wooden railing that divides the room. South of it is an altar in front of a tiered dais on which sits a wooden chair. And you can kind of just make out to the southwest what
Josh
looks to be
Morgan,
kind of a
72, thanks for the
skeleton
follow. Welcome to
lying
the
on the
stream.
ground. But you can't really see much more than that.
And the throne is empty.
Correct.
And is the skeleton clothed? Is there like equipment and armor or anything like that, or is it kind of like rotted to like full bone white skeleton status?
It's pretty much bone white skeleton status.
Okay. All right. I'll take another step in the room and guidance myself as I look behind me to see if I'm being followed.
Looks like Clark is following you.
Clark is following you. He's not coming.
Clark is following.
Jacko will run it.
Holy shit.
That's guidance, that's all. I love how it makes you nervous, though.
Jacko's going to step over to the pew and kind of run the back
It's
of it and go,
empty
you
except
know,
for the
when I was a
ledge."
kid, my human dad, we used to fart in the pews, me and my brothers. So that's why they're called pews.
Oh, take
Get
away an
out.
inspiration.
Just get out.
You lose your inspiration.
Oh, chingada.
Just kidding. All right. So Beth, yeah. So obviously, Bethard, they're following you in.
All right. And it's pitch black, obviously, right?
It is, yeah. So I mean, those with dark vision can obviously see some, and if you still have your light on, you can see through that radius. But
I'm lighting it. I will start to look at the skeletons that are in the pews. You said, right?
I
no,
won
just
the joint,
the
I won
only
the
skeleton
arena.
you see
Rigged.
is way you can barely make it out. That's kind
Oh,
of
the
down at
only
the bottom in the southwest.
Okay, I thought they were dead people. All right, I'll say.
No, on the walls. And let me show you a little bit. And well, actually, I'll wait till you get in a little bit further, and then I'll show you another picture.
Okay. I will. I'll actually start by not walking on the path.
Okay.
I'll actually start down this way.
All right.
Does
So you walk
anything
down
happen?
there. Nope, nothing at all. And let me lock tokens. I didn't realize I hadn't locked them, but yep, nothing happens.
All right. I want to get up to the railing and kind of rest my hands on it and look around.
Okay.
See if I see anything a little bit closer.
So as you've gotten a little bit closer, you can tell that the chair that's kind of sitting on top of the dais is.
Does it feel like a chair or a throne? It doesn't feel like a throne.
No, it seems it's a chair. And stand by, see if I have any other information. I have a little bit more to give you there. Yeah, so let me give you a few more things. On either side of the dais are large freestanding brass candelabras that are holding 5 white candles. In each corner on the southern wall is a large white pottery urn stoppered with a brass and wood plug. Sprawled on the floor near the west wall is a human skeleton in black chainmail that is badly rusted and damaged. The skeleton's outreached arm points to a stone archway set in the wall. The opening is filled with opaque, bright orange vapors. So it looks, again, old image, but it looks like this.
Gross.
So it seriously looks like he's pointing with his little skeleton finger, nubby skeleton nubs?
It does.
Oh. And this archway looks familiar as the other archways do.
It does. I mean, you can't, yeah, from where you are, you don't notice much, but it definitely looks like mist again.
All right, well, I want to get in range to activate the colorations on that archway, so I'm going to walk down and say, excuse me.
Okay.
And I'll basically kind of sidestep as you would do when you're walking down pews like that, with my head facing, or my face facing forward towards the dais and the altar and the chair.
Okay,
and
as
I'm expecting it to light up.
yeah, so as you're kind of walking through the center aisle and looking at the altar, which obviously that right there is the altar, standing in front of that that kind of raised dais, you can tell that it's kind of a block of some strange material that seems to glow like a pale opalescent blue. Not real strong, but just kind of faint.
Like midnight blue?
No, more of a fainter, probably a lighter blue than that. Kind of like it shows on the map. It's kind of more of that, I don't know,
So
sea blue or.
From the picture, it looks like it would contain fluid. Almost like holy water.
No, it's just a block of this strange.
Oh, okay.
You're not really sure what the material is.
Okay.
Clark, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
Just,
You just kind of looking.
you know, as these guys are moving around the room, I just kind of went down the center path and just kind of strolled down there. But I have no specific intent at this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a look at this slab that was the door. I want to know why this path leads right to it. Yeah, what does it look like, if anything?
I mean, it looks like it was intended to be pretty well hidden, but that's about all you can tell. I mean, it looks like that was really intended to show just a stone wall and not necessarily to have revealed the room that you're in. But that's all you can get.
All right.
As they are doing their doingness, I will cast Detect Magic as a ritual for 10 minutes. And if I feel threatened, I will stop. This is going to take off guidance. I'll do that. And you see me... They have seen me cast Detect Magic before, so they get the feeling that they can understand what's happening. But they have 10 minutes.
Okay. Stand by.
I
Can you throw Detect Magic into the chat for me again? Just so I can... You know what? I have it.
5 brave souls have stepped
And
towards
Jocko's kind of pacing back and forth
their
like
medal in the
Obi-Wan, like the
knockout
door
arena
in front of
to
him
begin the battle.
closed for 10 minutes.
Even dropping the link in chat does a thing.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Technology.
Okay.
That was a glorious battle. The champion of the arena is Shadzar,
So
walking away with
you
900
definitely
riches.
get you get
The
some
victors
sense,
are
but you're really
Rob
not
Tui,
even
200,
sure.
and Dragon Maid,
Typically, you would know
300.
what school. You get some sense that this archway
Survivors who managed to walk away.
has some type of magic in it, but it just that's all you can tell. Which I know is unusual, but that's all you can tell from that.
Does the body or the altar or the chair have any magic? The skeleton with that chainmail you mentioned.
The skeleton does not really radiate any magic at all. The altar, yeah, it's unusual. You sense a little bit of magic, and given you're a cleric, I'm also going to tell you that it actually registers just very, very faintly. You're not even sure if you're really getting this, but that the altar is kind of coming across as a desecrated object.
Desecrated. I'm not happy about this. See this look of almost palpable disgust fall over me as I wave my detect magic beam at the altar.
Get that amulet of helm in your hand and make ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out this candelabra thing, assuming that's what that is.
Yep, that's exactly what that is.
And then, if there's nothing special about it, I'll go check out the column in the corner there.
So you check out the candelabra. I mean, it looks very nice quality, but you don't notice anything unusual about it at all.
All right. And are these columns, or are they maybe like urns, or
Those are
what are these in the corners?
Those are the urns that are in the corner. So those are white pottery urns stoppered with a brass and wood plug in them.
All right. Any images on the urns?
No, they're actually just they look painted, but no, there's no other images on them.
Benazar will contemplate opening these urns. Not going to do it yet. But
Okay.
he's thinking about it.
All right.
After I've done my detect magic, I kind of walk towards the archway and expect the three lighted stones, the keystone in the top, and then the two lower stones to light. Does that happen?
Are you gonna move over towards the body? I mean,
Yeah, I'll cross
So
the
what do you-
railing, and I'm basically right next to the body.
okay. You do that, and it does nothing lights up. No stones light up at all.
Wow, boys. And this archway looks like the other two we've seen, right?
It does.
Jocko's going to go over there, pull out a javelin, and without putting any of his flesh through the mist, he's going to shove his javelin in, kind of poke around, and then pull it back out and see if anything happened to it.
Kinky.
Okay, you do that, and it kind of disappears in terms of the mist kind of congeals around it, and as you pull it back in with a dramatic pull, the javelin comes back out just like it was.
And no sprinklers go off or anything like that?
No sprinklers go off. No.
Do I feel like the line, the throne that's keyed and keyed, has anything to do with this? Yeah, this doesn't feel like a throne. I already asked that. Never mind.
Right. And it's kind of a very nice wooden and cloth chair, but nothing else that you can tell about it.
Benazar is going to go check out the chair.
I'm looking at the line. Iron men of visage grim do more than meet the viewer's eye. In my head, I'm thinking about that line, and I'm gonna check the men in the painting on the walls.
Okay. So you check the painting, and you check all the, or at least all the, like the frescoes on the walls. And
Do the eyes move? Do they follow
nothing.
me?
Nope, you don't really notice anything.
Clark will
They're
then begin-
human. Sorry,
What's that?
they're human, right?
Yeah, they're human. They look like they have flesh kind of rotting and skeletal hands,
Oh.
worms eating them. So they're not pretty, but yes, they're definitely human. And Jocko and Clark, what are you guys doing at the altar?
Clark is going to start to examine the altar.
How are you examining it?
Is there anything on it?
You don't see anything on it. No, it's just kind of like
So then I'm going to
it's
start
got that.
looking at it as I would anything that I, put my hands on it, run my hands along the top and sides, and just start looking to see, like, is this simply just something that's sitting here, or is there something more that meets the eye?
I heard something.
And as soon as you touch it, a lightning bolt comes screaming up this entire path from the back wall and slams into you. And why do they not have the other? No.
He's pretty. He's more of an attraction. Lightning attraction.
Right? So
From kind of like down that brick walkway is where the lightning came.
From the back wall, yeah.
straight down this one. So let's see. I'm going to give you a dexterity 6.
It's obviously meant to hit the person sitting in the chair, but it got me instead.
And this lightning slams into you.
Good
but
Christ.
You absorb
21
quite a bit
points
of
of
it. But
Jesus.
And after that happens, Clark, though, you notice something strange after your head clears, which takes a moment. But you notice that the altar has now turned a fiery blue-red.
What color was it before?
It was
Opal
like an
something.
opalescent blue.
So I'm going to ask Jocko, the closest person to me, what color is this altar?
It's like a bluish red.
So it's
Also-
purple?
So he sees that too. Okay.
Yes, he does. He does.
All right. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move out of the way of where lightning comes. And then
Okay.
I am convinced that there's something up with this altar. Obviously, I touched it. I got struck by lightning. Something's going
I'll
on.
say, you fool! That altar's desecrated.
Oh, I didn't know.
And I'll
I
say,
didn't
I'm
know.
sorry.
Oh, scholarly one, explain.
There's a presence here. Something evil has made its home, and that altar is key.
It's almost like we're in a demi-lich's tomb or something.
Right? So sorry, Clark. Did you say you're just kind of getting out of the way of the center? Is what you're doing right now?
Yeah,
Right?
I'm just getting out of the way.
Yeah. Totally. Yep.
If this was solid red, I might suggest throwing the ring on it to see what happens. But it's not solid red. Maybe somebody should touch it again while I move away.
I'll take out a javelin and poke at it from a
All right,
distance.
wait.
Hey,
I'm gonna move
I-
further away. I'm gonna go over here by Vethader because I don't like that lightning shit.
Okay.
Move first before he touches it.
All right. And Jocko, as you prod it with the spear, the altar explodes in a burst of fire, engulfing you and Benazar.
Ah!
Cleansed.
Nice sound effects.
And it blows to smithereens.
The altar blew up. Oh,
Yes, the altar blew up, exploded in a fireball.
Jocko, you purged the evil from that altar. How'd you do that?
That is what I do. I wound opener.
Nice job, bro. Oh, look, Benazar's on fire.
Didn't hurt me too bad.
It did not affect his face, only his
That's
extremities.
lucky for him.
Yeah, well, he can ride a cycle now. His leg hairs are burned off.
What color is the altar now?
The altar is no color. It's in a million
It's
pieces.
blown up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. It
That's-
literally exploded. Yeah.
That's not good at all. Did it leave anything behind?
Nothing, just bits and pieces, fragments, nothing that is of note.
I pick up a small fragment and I throw it at Jocko.
Okay.
I
and
dodge.
It burns him for 1 point of damage. Well, no, you dodge out of the way, so you don't. take it.
Yeah, I was moving. I'm going for the chair because I want to sit down. That was brutal.
I move further away.
He sat in the chair. Oh no.
Tired, man. That's what I do. Don't step on that skeleton. I think he's got a pointer for us.
Well, I didn't like what we found with this altar. I didn't like it. And we're too scared to go through this mist, right?
I've been through the mist before, and you guys followed me. But if I go, I can come back like the last time. Maybe.
We could Kirk and Spock it. Just everybody jump through at the same time.
Orange mist on this one. The other mist wasn't orange, was it? I'm trying to remember the mist color.
I think it was gray.
I think it was more grayish. It looks very similar to what it was before, but you're not sure.
I'm going to open this urn.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out my crowbar. I'm going to try to wedge it in there and remove the stopper.
You remove the stopper and kind of take a peek inside, and all you see is kind of the dust or maybe perhaps ashes.
Rob Tui's prom date.
Wow.
Stover, you have 0 gold pieces. What
I kick
happened?
the urn and then I
Gambled
walk
them all
away.
Nice.
So we can either go through the mist or we can go back up and go through the other door. You know, the little crawl space we found. It's up to you guys. I mean, I've already exploded, so that's
So what
probably
the
the
hell's
worst
the
thing that's going to
difference at
happen to
this
me
point?
today. Yeah.
I'm confused, so I'm game with either of these options.
All right, since we've been bypassing the mist up to this point, this looks like a good place to investigate. I'm an adventurer. Do you approve, Master Clark?
Well, what are you gonna do exactly?
I'm going to pass
You're
through
gonna.
the mist.
Oh, you going through this mist again? Do we want to even bother to go through the exercise of the whole rope thing, or is that not gonna work?
Yeah, no reason to do that.
As the one person here with teleport, it should probably be me that goes through the mist.
I like it.
Thank you, brave one. I knew you would step
Brave
up.
Sir Bard.
You saw my fierceness and you said, I can do it.
Bravely ran away from the
Set a
mist.
good
but
example,
didn't.
Jocko.
Jocko, if something horrible happens to me, I'm coming back and taking all your stuff. I just want you to know that now. Alright,
Okay.
He's gonna
let's
take
do
You can
this.
try. You could try.
Benazar kind of doubles over for a moment and he takes several deep breaths and he jumps through the mist.
Okay, you jump in the mist and stand by while I pull you into a private chat for a second along with Rob.
Oh snap!
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, we're here and he's not. What the hell? Oh, there we go.
Okay, so Benazar, as soon as you walk into the room, you notice a couple of things. One, you kind of feel like you're brushing your hair and all of a sudden you feel like your hair has grown much longer and your shirt has become very tight around you. You actually realize now that you are now no longer male, you're female.
I can dig it.
In addition, can you roll me roll me a percentile dice? Yeah, just do that, please. Okay, so you can role play this how you want, but your alignment is now lawful good instead of
for
chaotic
God's
neutral.
sake. Alright. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to make a note of that. I'm going to pull you back into chat. You can jump out and say whatever you want, but they'll definitely notice. But I'll let you role play it and say whatever you want about your appearance and the
All
like.
right.
So here we go.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, me either.
Okay,
I don't know.
we're back.
So Benazar steps back out from the mist. Only it might not be Benazar, because now instead of the prettiest half-drow dude you've ever seen, it is the hottest half-drow chick you've ever seen.
No.
Just gorgeous. Long, luscious hair. The shirt was not made for her, so it's really tight. And she just kind of steps out and she looks at all of you and she just starts crying. She says, I'm so sorry, guys. I mean, it's a big dick just the whole time.
Oh man.
I need to sit down for a bit.
Wait. Did it turn you into a woman, or were you always a woman and this was a glamour?
I think this is new, but like my whole inner universe has changed, guys. I don't understand what just happened, but I feel so bad about so many of the things that I've done with my life.
Do you accept Helm as your Lord and Savior?
Honestly, Helm might be too much of a dick. I'm just gonna put that right out there. I might be more of a tier follower now. He seems cool.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh,
I
alright.
think we need to verify what's happening here.
Yeah, that's what I was
Like,
going to grab for the
physically.
lower
Don't-
regions.
Don't touch. No.
Physically?
Yeah, like, well, with our
Well-
eyes, I mean, with our eyes, that I need
No, I was
to-
thinking like a cool breeze
Oh,
comes
Full
across.
cavity search.
Are they
Bennett-
BBs or pinky?
Hashtag
Bennett,
not
it's a-
me.
It's a Finkel and Einhorn moment from Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Say hello to Captain Winky.
Wow.
20
Your
seconds is
gun
all
is
it took.
digging into my hip. He moves away. Oh, sorry, she moves away.
How
How you doing was supposed to be in the voice
portal,
of Joey.
Benazar?
We'll call you Bethazar from now on.
I'm so sorry that this happened. I'll immediately cast Dispel Magic on him at 3rd level.
Oh.
You hear me saying some magic words, and I'll put my hand on his shoulder.
And Jacko looks at Bethador and says, "Write this wrong."
So you do
I'll
that.
click a
and-
3rd level slot.
Okay, you do that, and you kind of feel the magic course from your hand into her body, and you see the exact same person that's been there for the last 5 minutes. Nothing's changed. Still a she.
I'll use a scroll of Remove Curse, and I'll pull out the scroll and say,
Hold, brother.
say, even though I
Oh.
agree with you becoming more in tune with the goodly gods of the cosmos, I feel like this unnatural thing was forced upon you, and I don't agree with this. And I'll use
Jacko
a scroll
says-
of Remove Curse.
Hold,
Are
brother. Hold.
Are you calling women unnatural? Is that what you're saying?
Hold, brother.
you-
Hold. I'm telling you, this is not
Choose
Benazar.
this, I'll say.
This is
And I say
another.
that's what's
Benazar's an elitist. He would never kowtow like he is now, no matter how transitional things happen. Don't waste that scroll of Remove Curse.
Do you still try, and Benazar, if he does, do you
Yes, I
accept?
All right.
All I'm saying is I could get used to this. You know what? Give it a try. I don't like this guilt thing that's going on. It feels very uncomfortable. So go ahead and give it a shot.
Okay. I'll use the scroll.
You do it, and nothing changes.
Ah,
I may not be smart, but I know these things.
I both love this and hate this. I don't understand.
Clark is definitely contemplating running into that mist.
All right. I'll mark off the scroll of Remove Curse. I have
Well, Benazar, when you were in there, did you see anything else? Were there any other ways out, or what? Or was it just mist?
I was a little distracted. I didn't really look.
By boobs. Well, I don't see an advantage to going in there unless you want to go in and change back.
I don't know if that'll work well.
Might come out a frog.
I might come out as something horrible. I don't know.
Just don't watch the movie The Fly. You'll be fine. All right.
I think he is referencing the spider in Game of Thrones.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I guess are we
He's a
done with
eunuch.
this? Are we done with this mist archway then? Shall we? I mean, we blew up the altar and we we changed a dude. I might want to sit
a
down
sex
in the chair
and
just to
alignment.
think it over. Yeah, sex and alignment. That's right.
Jocko's going to walk over and go, "Hey, do you still have your drow powers of bardic immenseness?"
Have you looked at me, Jocko?
You're
is
more
bardic
beautiful now,
immenseness?
actually.
What
You are
is
more
that?
beautiful than before. Well, he's a bard. Bardic immenseness. He's always been awesome. He's been healing me all through the whole thing. Yeah.
Goddamn right. I don't.
Hey,
I
Jocko,
don't-
give me a perception check, Jocko.
All right.
And no, it's not about Benazar for anybody on the stream that's wondering. So Jocko, as you kind of walk up and get that close to the pew, you notice that the pew is actually hinged. So just kind of like you would think of like a whole bench seat, it looks like that seat is hinged.
Hey, something's up here. There's some kind of hinging action on this. Let me tilt this back and see what's beneath it.
Okay.
I call the other party members so they can watch me do it. So
Yeah.
something happens.
Diablo Bob, I got your whisper. I think I'm
As
not
you
going to
do
say that
that-
on the stream.
Gas begins to quickly fill the room. And Jocko and Benazar, to start with, give me Constitution saving throws.
Jacko and Benazar, you said, right? Okay.
Sorry, Jocko and Benazar, yeah.
Con saves, you said?
Yes, please.
People stop doing things. It'd be great.
You mean
All
like
right.
going into a mist?
So poor Benazar.
Making
is not-
altars explode.
Oh man, Jocko almost went through that mist. He would have been.
That's where you say douche. Oh
Yeah.
man, somebody's sick. Ah.
Benazar, you feel like this gas is just poisoning your whole body. You just feel sick as hell. And everyone else, tell me what you're doing as the entire room is filling with gas right now.
She used to be hot.
I am crawling for the exit.
I'm
Just-
bolting full speed to the exit.
Oh, no fall.
Jocko feels no problems. He's looking at what's under the pew that he just unpewed.
He just depued. I like it.
Okay. You don't see anything in that. It's empty. What about you, Vethader? Are you staying in while?
Yeah,
the
I'm ready.
Gas. Okay, so I'm gonna drop. Are you both? Okay, you're running. Okay. Jocko, are you immune to poison?
I am not, but it didn't get me for whatever reason.
That's true. That's a good point, actually. Yep.
All
Are
right.
you
Well,
doing anything else? And Jocko, as the room fills, it does appear as after the folks are you Benazar and Vethader, are you kind of running all the way out, or if you see the gas coming towards you, would you get out of the way, I assume?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to run. Yeah.
Okay. Well, certainly as the gas fills the room, it does look like it's already beginning to dissipate. So it's not, doesn't look like it's staying in the room. It looks like, you know how gas can, poison
Oh,
gas
it's like
it can be very heavy.
It's like a bad fart.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey.
It clouded up and now it's kind of dissolving or kind of dissipating and kind of going
Well-
towards the ground as
Jocko's curious. He's going to check if any of these other pews are hinged.
yeah. Clark would come back
they
in and
are, in fact.
start unhinging these other pews.
All right, hey, if you guys want to stand outside, I'll pull these back.
Stay
You'll
right
do,
here.
you'll do it.
Kinda-
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
Yeah, that way everybody doesn't get poisoned. Let's get Lady Benazar cleaned up over there, and I'll pull the pew back.
Okay, so you pull it back and you see it's just filled with silver pieces. And by your count, eyeballing it, you think there's over 4,000 silver pieces
Holy
in that
shit.
pew.
Jackpot.
I'll put that in the party.
Bag of holding. And I'll move down to this one and check for hinges while Clark's filling his bag of holding.
Oh, nice. You changed portraits. Couldn't break immersion.
All right, and you do it into this one, and you notice the same thing, but this time you see thousands of electrum pieces.
Whoa.
Ooh.
So you think there's 3,000 electrum pieces.
Nice. And I'll check this one as well.
It creaks up, and again, you see this time you see 2,000 gold pieces
Gold
scattered in
pieces.
there.
All right, he's going to pull a little Vethadur and do the sidewalk with this and kind of trip through the pews because pews make you trip. And the other side, jump across the thing so I don't trigger any lightning. Start at the front with this one here and see if there's a hinge on this one.
It looks, now that you're looking at these, it looks very similar to the pew here, and you can tell that these hinges look much bigger than the hinges of the pews behind in the row.
All right, I'm gonna bypass that one. I'm gonna suspect that there's some kind of gaseous.
Okay.
And unless someone else wants to come in and bravely do that, since I'm opening all these other ones and that one, I'll open this one now.
I'm never being brave again.
You open this one and it's empty. Yeah, nothing in the pew.
All right.
Same thing with that one. That one's empty.
And that one as well.
And that last one is empty as well.
So then dumbass comes running in. What about this one? And then he
go for it, baby. Go for it.
He opens that one.
My master is awesome. Master Clark, I should say. He's not like I'm not a slave or something. He's my
and as you you open it, you think if you hadn't have triggered the other, this would have triggered the poison gas, but it appears to already have been triggered.
Ah, okay. So we're out of here with our mini coins. Nice. I won the arena battle. Right.
Do we need to search the walls in the temple to see if there's any secret passages besides the mist?
Yeah, we could have searched the walls for sure.
Yeah, Vethadur is the most perceptive. I'll come in to keep him coming.
I searched the wall with the paintings. I guess I could go search the other one.
So tell me where you're searching. I mean, just at least give me
the east
this entire wall or this whole east wall.
I'm just I'm just like using my eyes and looking for hinges and dust and traps and little pinholes for crossbow bolts to shoot out of and hinges for doors or seams for doors.
Okay.
Seeing if the stonework is stonework that has like bricks and mortar, or is it a solid
it's more of a solid
stone.
Solid wall. Yep, solid stone.
All right, so yeah, that's what I'm doing basically.
Okay, and as you're looking on this east wall, something down here on this wall, should have drawn it the other way, catches your eye.
All right, I'll take a step back, and what do I see?
And as you look there, you notice a small slot, and I pronounced that enunciated there, slot, with the letter O faintly traced above it. And as you contemplate what that means, it's probably a good time for a 10-minute break.
All right.
I think of the term. If you find the false, you find the true, and into the column tall you'll come, and there the throne that's keyed and keyed. I don't know. That entered my head as that happened. And break.
All right. Excellent. So we'll be back. I have 8:33, so we'll say 7:33. So how about 7:43? We'll be back.
All right.
All right.
Sounds
Thanks,
good.
guys.
All right, so we're going to take a little break here. And while we do that, I'm going to run the slides. And what? I've already changed the slides? You got to be kidding me. Because I knew it was coming. So let's put the slides up. Let's make sure they're, next week is the 19th. And there is no Waterdeep game this Friday because we're going to be missing 2 players, and I didn't want to play with 2 players. I'm going to skip a week and go to the 21st for the next game. Saturday I'll be there. Sunday we'll be here. Sunday we're going to be comparing D&D Beyond, the hardback books, in Fantasy Grounds and talking about what the differences are on all things Fantasy Grounds. Module Creation Monday, of course. No shows Tuesdays, no shows Thursdays for currently. When this Wednesday game gets done, I'm going to announce it here for the first time. I've teased it, but now I'm going to actually say it. So drum roll, please. Here's the announcement. When the Wednesday campaign finishes, whenever that is, that could be tonight, it could be next week, it could be the week after. Depends on when we die. But whenever the Tomb of Horrors is completed, that will be the end of Tales from the Yawning Portal. I will then change Wednesday nights to, that's right, you guessed it, everybody, 5e pickup games. So the return of 5e pickup games will be the Wednesday following whatever the last Wednesday of this campaign is. We've played this campaign, this is our 49th episode, so we're going to probably do 50 episodes. Dragon Bait, if you're looking to do a convert, you have to do, I think it's redeem, convert, and the number. You can't just type in convert. So there you go, guys. If you do not know what 5e pickup games is, you should check into it. Let me see if I have a... There was a command for that. Let me see if I can find that. Boo 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 boo. Yes, I have been asked by several people to bring that back, so I will in fact be bringing 5e pickup games back. And what in the hell was that command? Was it pickup? No. Maybe I erased it, but I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, there was top hour. Hey guys. Let's see, let me look at this one. Open play was the command. But I think I have it disabled. Yeah, I do. So let me enable it. And now, if I do open play, and then oh yeah, fine. Well, but where's the thing that has the link? I don't remember. It's been so long, everybody. God damn, there's 200 commands in here. I can't read all these. YouTube Yawning, what's... Oh, it's what? So that's disabled, so let me enable that. Now, if I type in the command what, that should give it to us. What is 5e pickup games? It's a living 5e world where any Twitch viewer can play in the game. You can play as often or as little as you like. Type open play to find out what's up. Yeah, but there was one thing... Oh, fuck. Maybe I didn't have that. You know, the link to the rules. Whatever. Anyway, that's going to happen on Wednesdays someday. Now I've blown most of my break. I've got 5 minutes. What did I get? An email from Fantasy Grounds? What is this? I don't think so, because if they wanted greed, they might have stayed with paying authors a flat fee rather than letting them get commissions.
Everybody should be back shortly.
Why would they prevent another very sellable product from being made? I think it's simply ignorance on the realities of the VTT market. I think that though JC, MM, etc., Jeremy Crawford, Mike Merles. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I think Benazar is proud of his new look.
Oh my God.
I feel like this is the best possible outcome for Tomb of Horrors. If I make it out of it just being turned female and lawful good, I feel like
I'll be back.
won.
Whoa! You're lawful good now?
Yeah. If this were third edition, I'd be fucked because Barth couldn't be lawful.
Oh man, didn't realize that.
But now we're okay.
Yeah, I have a feeling that would have been really challenging, and like you said, some of the earlier editions, there's some severe penalties. I don't know what you do in that case. I guess you'd change class. I don't know.
Probably just do a lot of bad stuff to not be lawful anymore, which be really random.
Yeah.
or you could wait till you level up and get a class, level in some other class or something.
Yeah.
I think as you got more into the Splat book, there was a way to like convert your class levels to lawful, like maybe Paladin or Cleric levels or something.
Okay.
That's like Book of Exalted Deed stuff.
I'm messing with a map.
Rob's still yarping.
What's he doing?
Yarping somewhere on his stream. I don't know. Probably pouring some tomato soup over his hot pocket.
Oh, I already hid the ready check. I know everybody already said yes, except I think Rob. So we'll wait for him.
I haven't said yes
Maybe a
yet.
few minutes. Okay, no, you're fine. You got 3 minutes, man.
Uh,
I know you're never late.
no, I'm not late. I wanted to say I just made an announcement in the stream. Urash, you'll be particularly interested in this. After the conclusion of this campaign, on whatever day that is, either today or next week or a couple weeks or whenever it is, this Wednesday game will be replaced on my stream by the return, Urash, of
5e pickups.
That's right, 5e pickup games will be
Bingo.
back to be in the slot that we are currently in now.
Yeah, at 6 p.m. I think even Lord Gwydion can make that.
Yeah, so
I don't think he's never played in 5e pickup.
I think Gwydion was one of the first people to make characters, and then he never played.
I was.
I'm going to just. I don't think, for at least a while, I'm just going to do it Wednesday nights, 6 p.m. Just kind of fill, like I said, replace this slot. But then, because before we were doing it on Saturdays and Tuesday, whatever the hell it was. But a lot of people couldn't make it on certain days. But Wednesdays at 6 p.m., I mean, that's a pretty good, like, if you can't make it, then, oh well.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what? And I think we can make it a hell of a lot more fun because we're all a lot more experienced and can really loosen up. And with Stooner in there and Zayor and Zell, and we bring back some of the old crew and just have a blast and make your stream have a ton of fun with heals and all that stuff. It'll be a blast.
Yeah, well, the chat participation will be a good part. But I haven't learned anything. You guys maybe have all improved. I haven't learned a fucking thing. I'm still the same old piece of shit DM I've always been. But other people can DM, so
yeah. I pretty much joined every game you're DMing, so I wouldn't say you're a piece of shit. But...
All right. Oh my God! Look at Benazar's new picture in the chat.
It's a good picture. Yeah. I love
Hello.
it. It's very good. And in the he's already got it in the Fantasy Grounds too.
Yeah, nice. All right, guys, I'll put the game board back up.
Kind of looks like my wife without the ears back when I married her. She didn't have a little ring through her eyebrow either. Or is that a cut?
So we have a keyhole with an O above it.
Yeah, are we all good? Are we ready? Is your stream ready, Rob, and all that?
Okay. Yeah, we're all back on. Everybody's back on track, baby.
Perfect. So yes.
A key with an O
kind
above
of
it.
In that wall. A hole. It's basically it looks like it's a slot with the faint outline of an O above it.
I'll mention this to everyone and say, does anyone remember seeing any keys? And I'll start to think, and I don't think I remember any. So, but you see me thinking.
I mean, it literally looks like a slot. So, yep.
I think we have some giant-sized keys in the bag of holding, but I don't know if that was...
Benazar will crawl out to the opening, and she'll kind of weakly call out, "There might be a key in that other passage."
In the other passage, you said?
Yeah, the red one. Back in the other room.
Let's go check that out first.
Let's go check it out, yeah.
And I go up to Benazar with my Staff of Healing and use one charge cast Lesser Restoration for his poison.
Okay. And Benazar, she is no longer poisoned.
I like the way he
Nice.
coughed.
Well, that's 2
hesitated
charges. Sorry.
to remind
Oh, is
everybody.
it?
I'm still
Yeah.
poisoned, by the way.
No.
Benazar hugs Vethadur, and she says, "Thank you,
You're welcome.
thank you so much for the good works that you do."
Yes, you're welcome. Yes. This is you.
I'm sorry that
done
I
the
was.
same.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't have. I would now. I wouldn't have then. I'm sorry that I was shitty about your fate. That was a dick thing to do.
So are you guys, we're between maps. Are you guys crawling back? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the role play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go back and look for the red key, I guess.
Hey, so you guys can keep chatting. Let me just get you on the other map. Sorry about that.
HBP.
Maybe this is a sign from the gods. This might be a good thing.
Hey, just so you know, don't get too frisky with Bethazar.
Yes, my faith.
I know you're a priest, yes. I get it.
He's a man of the cloth. It's fine. It's you I don't trust.
Well, I've got a cloth on, but it's called a loin cloth.
Hey, now
Ew.
everybody, just relax.
But
It's
I'm
only
not.
45, man. After 10, we're off the stream by then.
All right, good point.
All right.
The thing is, I feel like I always knew that I was living wrong. I just didn't care, but now I care. Man, all those years
Oh,
wasted.
you are so right now. But
what
wait,
is your
sorry.
preferred
Did I say that out
pronoun?
loud?
Yeah, right.
What does it look like, Clark?
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? If I go with what I look like, I get in fucking trouble. So you need to tell me.
I am presenting how I wish to present.
Oh,
him
don't
they.
you toy with me, young lady, or whatever.
Now,
but
Ben,
yeah,
you disclosed. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
During the crawl back up, I did kind of shift around my cloak as a more modest covering.
Perfect.
Benazar like to show a little chest.
And
Not so much now.
And Benazar, I know you shared with Jocko. Did you share with the rest of the group any other change yet, or not yet?
I'm sort of
Okay.
just by kind of her actions.
Got it.
She's not.
Zelikar,
she's
you're
not
like,
as
whoa,
big of a
I
dick
don't
as
know
she
what
used
you
to
mean.
be.
Got it.
I'm assuming I know what you mean.
You know, more ways than one.
Two?
All right. So are we looking down at the red sphere because we know that's an illusion and there's a crawl space, obviously, that's
Yep.
moved.
Yeah, so Clark's going to brave in the red crawl space down to the bend in the Jimmy there.
I'm explicitly waiting for a Jocko to go in first.
Yeah, but Jocko's gonna just check one thing, and this is not. There's no
don't
implications
touch.
here. No.
No touching.
I'm just seeing if your rapier is still the rapier of warning.
All right.
I'm not touching anything.
I
Take
presume
that.
it is.
So I
All
want to
right.
see if this is the same dude. I'm not trying to be frisky here.
It's given me a warning about you. Let's put it that
Yes.
way. All right.
Yes.
I'm sorry. It was
All right.
not my.
Just get in the
Clark,
hole, Jocko.
Yeah,
Get in the
Clark.
fucking hole.
All right, that's what my prompt said. Clark will look at the wall and kind of look over knowingly to Vethadur and say, and not say anything, but he will assume that this is the same kind of a deal as the other one, and so he'll just start pulling and pushing and trying to get open the door that's obviously there.
Oh,
So,
you
wait,
will,
Clark,
or you'll look at
you're
me
doing-
to do
Yeah,
that?
no, I'm gonna do it because I'm looking at you like, oh, I get it, I see what's happening.
Okay.
So Clark, you do that, and there is an obvious door, and as you're kind of pushing and prodding, it opens and you fall into the room below. Give me 1 second.
Sweet.
So you fall here 10 feet, and you take a whole 6 points of falling damage. Do you have anything
Max
that would
damage.
reduce that?
Holy shit.
Do you
2
have
He
anything
hits
that
could've-
reduces-
along the way will be found to lead to a fortuitous fall, so check the wall.
Yes,
So,
this is the
I-
fortuitous fall. I'm gonna check all these.
I
I'm gonna
fucking
check
hate
them all.
riddles.
I'm gonna check
Didn't
all these.
the bugbear could have went ape and used his 10-foot reach to catch himself before he landed, though.
That's racist.
Huh?
That's
Okay, so Clark,
racist.
as you're looking at these, and your party can kind of drop down in here as they'd like, you see 3 large chests that are affixed firmly to the floor. The one on the left here is it's I know it's weird that I don't think they drew this very well, but the one on the left is gold. The center is silver. It looks like it's the opposite to me. And then this one right by you that you're on looks like it's oak bound with thick bronze bands. And each chest is about 4 feet long, 2 feet wide, and 3 feet high. And they look kind of like old school image like this.
Nice. Jocko's going to guard our back and keep an eye on the tunnel exit.
All right.
I'll tell them he's safe. It's and then I'll let you do your thing.
That one on the left looks interesting.
I'm gonna open the oak one. Is that the one I'm by or the other one?
That's the one that you're by. Is the
Yeah.
is
All
the
right.
oak one.
It looks like they have locks on them or whatever. I'm just gonna try to open it.
Okay, and stand by. Yeah, it is not locked. And you open that chest, and when you open it, you don't see anything immediately, but kind of after you've opened it, you immediately see materialize in the room this enormous skeleton. And everyone can now roll initiative as this skeleton appears. And when I say enormous, this is what it looks like.
Good lord, this doesn't seem fortuitous.
And even in addition to that, since you're right there, it shocks the hell out of you and surprises you. Do you have any warning thing? I know that Benazar does, but she's back up in the crawl space. Do you have anything?
He's within 30 feet of me. He cannot be surprised.
Oh, you're right. Is he within 35, 10, 15? Yeah, you know what? Even with the drop down, I'll say he's within 30. So no one is surprised. So we'll just go in initiative order.
Rapier, warning for the win.
Little help?
I'm working on it.
But we're in initiative, right? I couldn't just jump.
Correct. And Jocko, you've kind of heard some Clark screaming and yelling. You don't know what the hell's going on, but you know something's going on.
I'm going to click my heels and pull my hips back so when I bypass Bethazar, I don't do anything inappropriate.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do. And it's time to rage and get after it.
All right.
Ugh.
I don't know if I need to frenzy for this little guy.
Little guy? What? Who you call him little?
700 hit points.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's a little something for you.
Something.
Oh, he came out of the chest itself. Holy shit.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it just kind of seemed like it almost teleported into the room.
Gotcha.
I can't tell if I hit or
miss.
miss.
General Grievous looking motherfucker with his goddamn lightsaber, whatever the fuck that is.
Looks like it missed.
Yes, it missed. Sorry. Well, you know what? Yeah, it did miss. I wanted to make sure you targeted him, but yeah, you did. And that one hits.
Ooh.
All right.
And with my boots of speed, I'm going to move over to the side and clear a path for fireball.
All right. Benazar.
Sorry, I'm eating a cookie.
You got to share with the rest.
Damn, I want a cookie now. Fuck.
I do too. Okay, stand by. I'll be back. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't have any cookies. No! Those are my favorite. I don't know. I got no fucking Albertsons after the game.
I have another thing if you want to come by. I can give you some.
You got a whole sleeve of them?
I've got a whole other package. Yeah, I'm good.
Man. I might.
I come into the room and I see there's a giant skeleton I don't like giant skeletons. I don't like regular skeletons. This is bullshit is what this is.
This is bullshit. Is what this is.
Duly noted.
Trying to remember what spells I have.
I know you guys haven't been in combat in a while.
Yeah. And I think I'm just going to do a fairy fire. Try and get the skeleton.
Wait, I already used my
It
second
does
one.
not
God
like
damn
that.
it.
Well, that's too bad.
Oh, fairy fire. Love it.
Ah, you
Damn
piece of-
it.
And it dexterously jumps out of the way for a big skeleton.
I feel like this game is cheating now. That was a move and an action. As a bonus action, I am going to do a Mantle of Inspiration.
Okay.
Just reread whether I can do that to myself. Choose a number of creatures that I can see within 60 feet. So would that include me?
Can you see
think-
yourself?
Can you drop it? Can you drop it in the chat? But I think it does. I mean,
I think the rule is that you read it literally. So if you can see yourself, then yeah, it includes you.
I'm
All
not
right.
sure, but I'll say you can. Yep.
All right. And I will do that.
See if chat blows up. No, you can't do that.
Too bad. And that's my turn.
All right. Since fairy fire didn't go off this time, I am going to use my inspiration on my first attack. Because fuck this skeleton.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
And you do hit.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, solid damage.
All right. I'm going to make my second attack.
And it misses. It goes right
Third.
through one of his ribs.
Third attack on this beast. Oh, no.
Just missed his Johnson. but
Well,
it was.
that is my 3 attacks. So I am going to not action surge quite yet because we don't know what's going to happen. And I will move into a proper square a little forward.
It's so funny. I was just about to. Okay, sounds good. All right,
And I did move. If you want to, you can't see it, but I did move.
And I have line of sight without dropping down.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. He's huge.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll stay up. And I am going to Sacred Flame. Did that
Okay,
roll
he
twice?
Succeeds. It looked like it did. It looked like it with advantage.
Okay, so he succeeds. All right,
Yes.
I miss, and I want to see kind of what's happening. I'm not super frightened right now, so I'm not bringing down the big gun at this time.
All right, so he does have 2 huge, enormous scimitars, and he sees Clark, who opened
Clark
the
looks
chest.
him
Yes?
directly in the face and does that thing where he indicates the other person by nodding his head sideways toward Jocko.
Nice. And he misses. That misses with a 19. What kind of?
What bullshit? I got my
And-
armor class is like 70 or something.
He's gonna swing at you with a second try.
Thank you.
And he
Oh,
hits
my
this-
armor class is 22, by the way.
And it slices into you pretty deep. And he looks at Jocko and he says, "You need some of this too." So his third swing is
Oh,
going at Jocko.
3 attacks.
Ah,
And it
24.
slices into you. And Jocko, you're up.
Oh, you think you can come at me? Let's see what this does.
Come at me, bro.
And you hit. Ooh, that hurt him. You know, he's reeling a bit.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. He's got brutal crit too.
Does that mean you get another attack kind of
That's-
bull crap? Holy crap, that hurt him. He stumbled and almost goes down.
And an
Nice.
extra melee on a kind of critical.
Damn, hit again.
Go down.
Holy crap. He looks like he's bobbing and weaving. He's doing the Rocky, but he's still up.
Clean this up, boys.
Jocko's the murder fairy now. I'm gonna go hide in the corner, and I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead to see if that does anything. You don't fuck with the wrong group, skeleton. Ooh.
He failed.
He failed. Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
And he goes down.
Dun, dun, dun.
He
Suck it.
crumbles into a pile of dust.
And when he crumbles, Clark immediately looks back into that chest
Which is empty.
and opens the next one over.
No!
I stay up. I'm still up. I got my shield in front of me.
I fully
Okay.
believe this is fortuitous. That's what I believe the writings. Even though we've already had an example of not quite so fortuitous. Plus, I fell. So I might not be
Jocko's
that stupid.
checking his loincloth because he's been through some mess too, and he's like making sure. Okay, I'm good.
All right.
See
so
Vethater up there
you-
with his shield in front of him. Just ready.
So you open that one, and inside you see a clear crystal box that's kind of sitting down at the bottom, and it appears to hold some kind of ring in the box.
Oh no!
Oh, didn't we have to do something with a ring?
All right, I'm gonna lift the box out. I'm gonna just lift the crystal box out and hold it. Well,
And as you
that
do
didn't
that-
sound good. Fuck me.
Darts fire that were kind of hidden underneath it. They fire at you,
Uh-huh.
and
I'm glad they didn't come out of the wall and hit me in the back of the head, so I'm good.
and they freaking miss. So
Yeah.
they miss. They go flying. So this is what you see as they all miss you.
Whoa! Holy
Old school
crap!
images, love them. All right.
Nice stuff.
Yeah, that is cool.
So,
So
yes,
they missed me
you
just.
lifted
I had
out.
my hands just like that. They were right, and they just went right between. them like that.
Exactly. Pretty much exactly. So you do see. So you have the crystal box, and in it, you see a ring. And you know what? I'm gonna say, because you guys have seen these before, you know it is a ring of protection because you guys have another one. So you know it's pretty obvious to you what this is.
All right,
So
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
identify it
leave the ring in the box and put the box in the bag of holding. And I'll say, just a ring of protection, everybody. And then I'll come over here and open this one.
Okay.
Just another ring of protection. We got like 5,000 of these. Well, we have 6.
Yes, you do. And so as soon as you open that, you see what appears to be snakes that aren't moving, but as soon as you look at them a little bit closer, they immediately come to life and start slithering towards you. So everyone
Chop
can
'em.
roll initiative again.
I cast Fireball in the room.
Nice. All right. Benazar, you see, and here's what they look like. They are taking their time to kind of slither out. Actually,
Taking their
we
time, I don't moving on.
so they are not very fast, and
Nice.
you are now up. It's a swarm of snakes.
Scamper over there.
It's
and
like they put traps in this dungeon.
What the hell? I mean, I don't
The
get
fuck's a
What
trap?
the fuck's happening?
I'm going to target the swarm of snakes with another fairy fire from my instrument of the bards.
Damn it!
Ah,
it. They shake it off.
I'm a little worried that Benazar's not working anymore.
it's because all this shit has like magic resistance. I don't like it.
Magic resistance handled automatically by Fancy Grounds. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to attack 3 times.
Handled by your mom.
Oh, it's handled by your mother.
A crit.
That
A crit.
is a crit.
Yes, it is.
So I'm going to do that,
I
and then I'm
love
going to
that
attack
cheer.
still 3 more times.
Right.
Oh, man.
Give him a
Otro.
chance. You're slicing in. His heads go flying. You know, they're getting smaller. The swarm is getting smaller.
All right, that's how you do it. Now I'm going to just move slightly over right here, and then I'll be done. In case Vethador needs a clean line of sight for anything he's going to do. Help me praise, HPP.
I peek my head outside the shield and toll the dead.
Copycat.
It worked last time for so. Oh, snap. 3d12.
Works.
Yeah, look at
Oh,
that roll. Holy
damn.
shit. Ha I look in the
And
chest.
they just fall in a heap as this. You can tell us how does that look when these things just collapse? What does it look like when you toll the dead on them?
Well, it's kind of like you see me kind of like gesture my hand forward as if I rung a bell outwards, like one with a handle on the metal, and I just kind of, and then you actually hear the sound that the stopper would make as it hits the metal part of the tube thing, and then you see the snakes, some of their heads just explode and pop and fizzle as it basically assaults their mind and go for the mind.
Wow. Very nice. And so do you look inside the chest?
I absolutely look in there right now.
more
And
snakes.
head back behind the shield.
More snakes.
Yeah, while he's doing that, I took my mason jar out with the rubber top, and I'm like squeezing some venom out of these snakes, and I'm going to hand it to the cleric when we're done.
And the chest is empty.
What
Empty.
kind of a I start looking in the bottom of it because I don't believe it.
There's got to be snake poop at least. Look again.
I would make you do a perception or investigation, but it is empty.
All right, so Benazar's right. Those writings are not necessarily.
Well,
I come in this room and I get a ring of protection. Come on, man.
There's got to be a key in here.
I think the ring is the key.
Oh, the
You
ring
said that
is the key.
You said that was a slot, right, with an O above it? Maybe the O is ring, so you slide the ring inside it. Maybe that opens.
Oh, okay, let's go do it.
Genius.
Hey, before we go anywhere, let's just check the walls. Make sure we're not.
All right, we'll
missing
check the
anything.
walls. But after
And
that,
what-
it comes up
what-
empty.
What would prompt you to do that?
Roll an investigation for me, Jacko.
Investigation or perception or
Investigation.
Investigation.
that's going to be big.
Okay, you don't see anything. You don't notice anything else. You think the room is
All right.
empty other than the chest.
So we're gonna take this ring and we're gonna go around down the round like that, around there, then back down there, and then back to the other map like that.
Okay, I'll just put you guys. If you guys are going back there and you all agree, I'll just
Yeah.
put you back on that map.
Yep.
Okay.
Man.
Then we're gonna
Yes.
take the crystal box, open it up, get the ring, and put the ring in the hole, in the round hole shaped thing above the slot.
We hole it up.
Gonna hole it up.
I wonder if Zeri will take me back.
You never know.
I owe
She
I owe her
might
an
be pregnant.
apology as it is. Well, that would be weird, but okay.
Nice.
All right, so Clark will put the ring in and wait for the magic door to open and reveal the treasures.
I am not that close.
Okay, hold on. Is everybody else where they want to be?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Next to Clark.
Okay, the ring drops in a slot, and as it does, this entire section of the wall just slowly recedes down into the ground, and you can kind of hear the ring get crushed on the bottom of it. But it opens up a wedge of about 10 feet thick, about 2 feet wide and 4 feet high, that
Yes.
goes into
Yes.
a passageway.
Oh, let's go, everybody. Clark is is so excited he doesn't think about any consequences and he just goes in. Because he cannot wait to see what is in here.
Say, be careful. This could be a trap.
Okay, then he hears that, and he's already gone 10 feet. What's happening?
And you can kind of around the corner as you peek around, you can see stairs that appear to go deeper into the tomb.
Oh, snap. I found it, everybody. Well, we found it. It's here.
Yes, this was...
This is the way.
So part
Damn.
of this letter is worked out so far, but I'm still suspicious. I'll say it to the group.
Go
He's
down
a
and
trickster.
see the hallway down here with my dark vision. I've got 60 feet dark vision, everybody. Oh, there's a door at the end. Let's go. I'm going to very carefully check the floor as I move here because I'm all of a sudden very upset about this being too easy.
Where are you checking the floor?
In front of me as I walk. I'm going to use my
Okay, give me some
sword to
perception
tap
checks.
perception.
Okay.
How many would you like?
Just one. Just one's fine.
Perception? Okay. Oh, what happened? The tower disappeared. No. I'm not like CJ. I still have it.
Rude.
Second.
Jeez, that was uncalled for.
Apparently,
but
that's.
I did cover up the tower, but it didn't disappear. I just covered it up.
Do I recognize that symbol on the tower? Is that something? Looks nice.
It's just a dragon head, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a dragon head. I could make something up to sound cool, but it's just a dragon head.
It's like the leather theme or something. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I forget. I like the theme, but yeah.
Apparently, it's actually a recurring problem, and I had just updated before I joined the table.
Oh, the missing. Okay, yeah, could be.
Yeah, I did look into it.
Okay. All right. So you are confronted by a door.
I'm gonna listen at this door to see if I hear noises behind it.
Give me a perception check. Silence. You hear nothing.
All right, everybody. Do you think I should open this? Let's do it.
And
I got your back.
As you're looking at it, it actually looks like it's more of a door that just kind of pushes away from you. So it looks like it just pushes open.
All right. I will give it the old.
As you do that, it opens very easily. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity.
Okay, so as you do that, it opens, and immediately behind the door, you see a pit. So you're almost like you're just stepping on it. The door opened very easily and quickly, and you almost fell right into this 10-foot pit that's right in front of you.
Okay. In that case, I will jump over the pit.
Because he's athletic.
And then I will try to land on the other side of it.
And the other pit opens up.
It's 10 feet. You can do that. And there's and opens to a somewhat short hallway into another door.
All right, I'll say mind the pit, everybody, and then I will not listen at this door. I will just open it.
Same thing, it just kind of pushes open.
And I'll be looking for another floor to drop away there.
Give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
And just to be clear, I would push the door open, but not actually go in. Just open the door.
Okay. All right. I mean, it opens so easily, but yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
And then I'll go and I'll jump over that as well, and let everybody handle their business behind me.
Jocko cartwheels over.
He cartwheels over the. How do you do that? It's a pit. How do you cartwheel over air?
In midair.
Did this pit open?
It's not. It's a closed. It's kind of like, again, that counter lever where, yeah. so you can kind of see the edge. And
Can
but,
I
yeah.
can I nudge it open and look down inside of it?
You certainly can.
And do I see anything at the bottom?
Certainly.
So give me 1 second. No, actually, you do
Certainly.
not see anything.
All right.
Just
Then I
the
will
bottom of
just
the pit.
hop over.
You do see the spikes and all, the normal that you would
Oh,
see,
okay.
but it's very spiky.
Gotcha.
Okay, Clark would like to also open this door.
Okay. And you do that, and this time you are definitely prepared, and you see another pit
More pits.
and a long hallway.
All right, I will jump over the pit, but when I get over there, as I start to walk to the west, I will then continue to check the floor because I don't like it.
Okay.
So
fair
I'll
enough.
try to make my way there, but I mean I'm checking as I go.
So give me just one perception check in the tower.
1 ping only, please.
Exactly.
Shingle ping.
I'd like to go to Montana. Okay, so now I see up there, and I say, okay, everybody, this looks promising in some manner. So I will once again not believe that there aren't going to be 12 more pits, and I will continuously check with my weapon on the floor, the pathway that I walk along as I
Okay,
go.
give me another perception check.
Okay. Perception. And I will just continue that pattern until I get to where I'm going.
Jocko's
Putting you
gonna
guys
yell
on
back.
another- I'm
Oh,
on another
bet.
map. So sorry guys, but we're putting you on another map
All
for
right.
a second.
We fell onto another map. No
You
damage.
can move yourselves a little bit if you want.
Oh,
Once I share this,
I found the dice tower.
Where was it?
You know where the ampersand is in the image in the background? It's there, so I must have mistaken it for part of that image. I don't know why I went over there. It's not where I put it, but there it was.
Oh, you mean in the where the guy, the lich is or whatever, and then it was right there in that
Yeah,
image?
where the ampersand is. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
all right. So you
Okay.
see now about another 20, 25 feet ahead of you, what looks to be a very thick wooden door.
All right, so continuing to check, I'm going to go up to the door. I'm going to wait for my party to catch up with me because I'm going to open it. Oh,
Ooh.
there it
That's
is.
what it looks like.
Oh, has it got a padlock on it?
It's just, yeah, there are thick iron bands and there's several locks that are keeping it shut.
Wow, that's like a lot of, that's at least 3 locks in the picture. Holy good God. Is she with us? Because I want to have a date.
What do you do?
So if quick
go ahead.
question, if your mouse scroll doesn't zoom out, how do you zoom out?
I don't think it zooms out.
Hit the hold down your control button in the bottom right it should zoom out a little bit. Maybe not actually. You might have to, this is a weird one, sorry. You might have to just
But if you zoom
scroll
out
up
all
or
the way
down.
and it's gray, it's because you need to scroll down. We're down at the bottom. Or towards the
Yeah,
bottom.
you're down at the bottom. Right.
I see where we are, but it's just really big.
It's pretty big. Yeah, it's just this map. Sorry. All right. So what do you do?
I'm assuming we can't just open the door, so who's got knock or unlock or thieves' tools or something? Anybody?
I got a boot.
Yeah, we can do that at the.
But yeah, you said no boots. Yeah, that's true.
And Clark, you can kind of hear some far off music and happy singing that's coming from the other side of the door.
Okay. The thing is, if we knock on the door to get let in, the locks are out here. So they can't let us in because we got to go past these locks. So what are your ideas, everybody?
I got a hand axe that can shear that little piece of metal pretty quick with this barbarian arm. I can break that lock off.
Yeah, I have no means to pick locks.
Does it look like? Yeah, I mean, does the wood look like it can be hacked? Or the lock?
It looks strong, but it looks like that, you could destroy the door, but it looks like it'll take you a bit, but it looks like, yeah, it's something that you could chop down and literally just destroy the door.
I'll say
Yeah.
we have a lock pick right here, and I'll touch Jocko's back.
All right, I'm going to take
Alright.
my hand axe out, the dull one, because I don't want to ruin my good one, and chop at the lock and try to break it off the door so we can open it without announcing ourselves too loudly.
You're chopping at the
Clank,
door
clank.
and
Yeah, I'm trying to be quiet.
you're chopping at it, but I mean, you literally think that you're going to have to completely destroy the door for you to get on the other side. I mean, the locks are kind of getting dented, but you think that you physically have to destroy the door to get on the other side.
So this might take 10 minutes, and I tell the group I will start a healing ritual on us, and I'll start to cast a 10-minute prayer of healing, level 2.
Sure. That's fine. Absolutely.
While he's
Alright.
doing that, I'm pulling out my crowbar and trying to lever this lock.
Yeah, we'll
with,
work at a
leverage.
leisurely pace with various
Okay.
tools and weapons to try to break. We'll try to, leisurely break through the door so that it does take us 10 minutes.
I
Okay,
break
that's
out
fine.
my pickaxe and
Bethadur, if you want to go ahead and apply your prayer of healing as these guys are busting away at the door, go for it.
Alright,
Benazar
I say,
will quietly play a tune on Shamus.
Okay, low roll, but it's still nothing for level 2.
Oh.
That's
40
30
40
healing.
points of healing.
40
yeah.
healing.
Very nice.
Nice. And just so you know, Benazar, your voice is much more pleasant now.
Jeez.
Okay.
You mean the female
Alright.
voice?
Yes. It's like
All right. So as you guys are hacking away, or go ahead.
like that one
right.
gal from Celtic.
I don't get the reference, but that's okay.
I don't either.
I'll just
So
keep going.
we're hacking, and then what?
So you hack it away, and the door is destroyed. It busts apart, and as you do, you can hear sounds of confusion and distress, screams coming from the north, and you see a faint glow like that of a small flame shines in the distance. So let me open this map a little bit.
Sounded like a horror show.
You can kind of see, it looks like a very long hall, and at the very end, it's just very faint glow that's kind of probably about 10 feet beyond what I've opened.
Okay.
And I put some in the chat too. The walls of the passage you can see are smooth white alabaster, and the floor is highly polished smoke gray marble.
All right. The character of Clark will all of a sudden forget that he should be checking the floor for traps, and he'll just start marching toward the screaming.
And Jocko's going to walk by.
Okay, as you get there, all of a sudden, Clark, as you step right there, the entire floor, starting about where Jocko is beginning to drop. And I need you to roll initiative. Think about like the floor right at the door being kind of a lever, and then the entire floor is starting to tilt down.
Like it's going to be a water slide?
Kind of looks a little bit like a slide. So, second. All right. So, Jocko, you are first to act.
Jocko, as a bonus action, clicks his boots, runs by Clark.
All right.
Now, Jocko, just so you know, and it probably won't matter to you, but you definitely think coming back up is going to be difficult terrain because you're kind of, it's tilting enough that it's not going to be just as simple as walking. That makes sense. You're going to have to be athletic. And do you want to go that far? But just I want to tell you that before I do anything else.
What do the boots do if you're in a dash? Do you get like? I got 40, so that'd be 80.
It doubles your move speed.
But I
So
don't
I'd
know
have
that you would
160.
ignore difficult. But you'd have you would.
So
double
it'd be
your, and you
80.
could dash.
Yeah, if I dash, I can get to 80 because with the boots it'd be double 160, so 80. I think.
So if you go that far, you'll have gone 45, and then to come back, you might have to make some checks, and it's going to be difficult terrain.
So I'm looking. I'll actually go 40 so I can make it back to the door. And as I'm running, I'm looking.
There's no going back. Can he see beyond that 10 feet?
That's why I'm trying to see what he's going to do. So as you see that, you start making out on the other side here, and I will unshade it for you. The floor is tilting towards what looks to be a large pit of molten lava. And where you are, you start feeling heat so much that you take a bit of fire damage. So
which I resist.
1 point of fire damage. So you take nothing, but it's getting awfully hot. And you definitely are starting to slide towards that lava pit. So it's difficult terrain. So you can go back, but you can go back 20.
Well, I have 80, 160 with the boots. And I
160. I thought you had 80.
I have 80 with the dash because I have 40 speed.
His speed right now is 80, so it's 80 per move action.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a total of 80 that I can move with difficult terrain. So I'll get back out the door. And I'll go, get out of there, Clark.
Well, and if you needed it, you still have 40 more move.
That's fine. I didn't realize he had quite that much. Holy crap.
Because you've moved only 120 now instead of 160.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll move to the side so Clark can get out without extra movement if he needs it.
All right, so Vethiter would be next if Vethiter wants to do anything.
I'm now very wary of the situation as he just darts in and darts out. So I'm ready to not go in there.
Okay.
So if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's fine. You can pass and just kind of stay alert. Benazar?
I'm looking at stuff.
Sure.
All right. From my instrument, I will cast Levitate on Clark.
Oh. And Clark, you immediately feel light as a feather, not stiff as a board. I'm not going to say that.
Excellent. Now, when I'm levitated, can I also move? Like, what's the deal with that?
So I'll take a look at this. Choice was vertically up to 20 feet, and you remain suspended there for the duration.
They throw you a rope.
You can push or pull yourself along a fixed object or a surface, so you can use the wall to kind of propel yourself.
Okay.
Or I think I can use an action on my turn to move you as well.
Because I want to go down and look at that pit.
Okay.
I mean, why not? Levitating. Yep. Oh wait, I'm gonna get burned though if I do that.
Probably.
Jocko, he didn't get burnt, but he was looking a little singed as he came back by you.
Now, is there a reason you levitated me as opposed to just when it's my turn, I would just walk back?
Well, remember, it's tilting more and more, and depending on when you go, it might be even harder to get back up.
Gotcha.
Just to make sure you can get out if something goes awry.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah, with those girly arms, you couldn't climb out if it's totally steep.
And I point to Jocko and go, you just made the list.
So, you can definitely, if you want to use the wall and kind of make your way back, I'll certainly say now that you're off the immediate danger is over.
Okay.
But this
So
this
this
is
whole
kind of
this whole hallway was nothing.
Nice.
Oh, haha, there you go. That's what you need to see right there. Look, they're all going,
What?
hey, what the fuck? That's awesome.
Why is there a Klansman?
okay.
That's a wizard. That's awesome.
I
He's
love
got
all these
kind of
old
a maybe
school-
a the shadows of his robe look like a little bit like a swastika might appear there somewhere. The
And
one
there
guy
was
in
nothing
the back
beyond
is
the pit.
There
holding
was
on.
no, it just literally looked like molten lava. And as you pulled him back out, it kept going down for a few seconds, and it definitely looks like it was just a huge pit of lava.
That's just come in here and slide to your death is all this was. Holy shit. Okay, so we're gonna get out of here, obviously.
Vamonos.
And, yeah, Vominos out of there, and then back to wherever the fuck we're supposed to go now.
So I think we've got a couple of options. We can go and check those pit traps and see if they lead anywhere. Or we can go and see if anything happened with the Misty Door once you put the ring in it, in that slot.
I unlocked
Sure.
tokens for now because you guys have been through this section, so I'll let you decide what you want to do.
All right, so when Benazar looked down the pit before, did he see anything?
We saw spikes.
He looked at this pit and he just saw spikes underneath.
And in the
I'll
other pits
check.
that led somewhere, was there something that you could see from up top to let you know that it did that, or?
There was
So
only
that
one. Go ahead.
that one pit, yeah. I don't know if there were spikes in that one as well.
Okay, so we'll check these other two then and look to see if there's spikes in them. Well, so we'll check them all three.
Okay, as you check all three, as you look at this pit and you kind of look down into it, you notice on the wall, so kind of on the opposite edge, kind of towards the bottom, you can pretty easily tell now that you're looking intently that there's a wooden door that's painted to look like stone on the south
snap.
wall of this pit.
Okay, so
Hey,
even though those guys moved their tokens, they would have had to come this way with us. So we'll say, hey,
Okay.
let's go down.
Yeah.
Let's go down here. Let's do it. Did you say there is spikes in the bottom of this?
There are, so you're going to have to be cautious, but I mean, certainly.
Yeah, if we turn around and sort of
Do the
drop
rope a
down.
dope.
No, but turn around and grab the edge and lower yourself down, and then let go and fall 2 feet into the bottom, and you could probably try to avoid it.
You guys are 15th level experienced adventurers. I'm not.
Right,
Yeah,
I think
you're fine. You're absolutely fine with that.
All right, cool.
So as you open that, as you open the door, assuming that you open the door,
yes.
you actually see stairs that are leading down even deeper.
Nice.
The dungeon.
Oh, yes,
geez.
we definitely want to go deeper, so I'm going to come down and look around the corner. And let me just draw the pit that I fell into right there. I'm just kidding.
Okay, and Clark, as you get right where you are, you see stairs that descend to the west, and the corridor extends past the bottom of those steps, but it's slightly cloudy, so it's just a little bit obscured. I mean, you can kind of see in there, but there just seems to be a mist or something that's a little cloudy in that lower area.
All right, Clark stops and says, I don't know. And he doesn't proceed forward.
Yaako says, hey, that could be heaven. There's clouds there.
Usually heaven is up, not down. Whatever. Whatever your beliefs are. You believe in that sort of thing.
Nice.
So Clark's like, hey, everybody. There's some mistiness down here. Has that been good for us before? Benazar?
That was a definite orange cloudiness though. This is kind of condensation is what this is.
All right, so we think that it's dank and dark down here, so that this is just like cave moisture type of thing.
It
All
might
right,
fuck us up, but
I'll buy that. Get in there, Jocko.
I go slowly and kind of feel the mist with my hands and kind of rub my fingers together and see if there's anything foreign or weird about it.
is there anything he doesn't grope?
I got
No, I don't
danger
think so.
sense.
So Jocko, as you get down there and kind of fully get yourself immersed in the mist, you are all of a sudden you're gripped, unless you tell me that you can't be, you're gripped with such a sense of fear that you turn around, tuck tail, and run.
Whoa.
So I can't be surprised, but I'm not raging. So I will tuck tail and run.
Okay, you're not so much surprised, you're frightened. I mean, you're scared as hell of kind of what's in this passage, just something that just freaks the hell out of you.
All right, I say, Master Clark, it's more than I can handle. I know you've got way more experience. I think you could probably penetrate this, whatever it is.
We need somebody to do the Vulcan mind meld on us. The bullets are not real.
We need
I
a paladin
will-
is what we need.
I'll go down here too to see if I become frightened as well.
You are levitated, so you can rise above the clouds.
Well, I don't think I'm levitated anymore.
Okay, and as you do that, you feel your eyes kind of sting and burn, but you're like, I don't know what the hell scared that little pansy.
I don't know
You're,
what his
you're just
problem
fine.
is. All right, I'm gonna continue down, and
And Jocko didn't notice it, but you do notice now that you're further into this mist. You definitely see a door here to the south.
okay. So I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna open this door.
Okay,
Hoping
and
that
as
on the
you
other side. Oh, go ahead.
no, I'm just gonna, as you open the door, the mist and that it begins to kind of clear. It seems like it's whether it's going into the room or up above, you can't really tell, but it seems like the mist is now dissipating from the entire hallway.
Awesome.
But as you do that and you open it, you see a set of stairs. You can see down about 5 feet, but at about 5 feet, there's just an incredibly thick webbing that fills the entire area, steps to ceiling, and you can't even see past it. It's so thick.
I close that door
Okay.
and I go over here and look around.
And
then
you see a wall.
And I say to the group, yeah, so there's webbing floor to ceiling, wall to wall beyond that door. It's probably not good unless we burn it.
Well, I do know how to burn things if you think it's worth the energy cost.
Well, we could also light a torch and just ignite it.
You're wise. You are wise.
You are wise. So
Normally, I'd be terrified of like spiders, but I feel like it's time to stop running and face my fears.
Oh, you've changed.
And
Just a
the
little.
gas is dissipated enough that nobody's affected by anything.
All right, so let's go and reopen this door, and I am going to light a torch and touch the webbing with it.
Okay, you do it and touch the webbing, and strangely, nothing happens.
Oh my god. Magical webbing? Maybe Vethator wants to come look at this kind of magic-y stuff.
All right, I'll meet him over there.
Okay.
I will try Sacred Flame first, because it's a
I'm gonna lock
cantrip.
tokens now.
But
Sure, go
Sacred
ahead.
Flame is radiant, so it's up to you what the hell happens.
Yep. All right, so you do that, and this radiant light kind of bathes the webs for a second, and then it just dissipates. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. All right.
Do you have to detect magic, or... Oh, I mean, it probably is magic if I can't burn them. They have to be magic. No need to detect. Dispel magic?
I can burn a slot for dispel magic.
Yeah, let's do that.
I will cast that upon the webbing.
You cast Dispel Magic, and it just kind of evaporates. Nothing happens.
Holy shit! What in the fuck?
Okay, I will school you guys. I'm a barbarian.
He's just gonna run into the webbing. Yeah.
I'm going to use my Great Axe +2 magic on this web and swing at it with ferocity.
Okay, you swing at it and just bring it down with all your might in the web, and it feels like maybe it went in an inch or so, and you go to pull it back out, and you cannot for the life of you break that sword back out of the web. It's hopelessly stuck.
Ooh.
His magic one?
Mm-hmm.
Good thing I got tons of weapons here. I'm going to break out my crowbar and try to wedge it out. Takes my crowbar too. Oy.
I will say, stand aside. And what I'll do is clear a path, and I will cast Flaming Sphere at level 2 and roll it around for a minute in the webbing.
Okay. You do that, and when the magical flame touches the webs, you see immediately the webs begin to burn and crackle and dissipate. And they do it enough to where you now see
Don't fall
a
asleep yet.
room before you.
Did Jocko's weapon come free? Just as an aside.
It did, as the webs kind of as the webs dissipated, his weapon clanged down at the bottom of the
And I
steps
grab
there.
that real quick and I look back at Benazar and say, Radiant is not fire.
And fire is not fire, but magical fire. There you go. All right, let's do
Well,
it.
what actually happened here is Helm has cleared our way.
And out of
Helm
character,
Grace,
just for a
HPP.
second, out of character, why Dispel Magic shouldn't work. Tomb of Horrors. That's
Yeah.
the only-
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's
Tomb
crap.
Horrors.
It's crap.
Bitches.
It's crap, but it is. Okay, so kind of as you're looking into this room, it's not an overly large room, but lying on the floor at the bottom of the stairs, Clark, as you walk down to the bottom, is an iron mace inlaid with silver. South of this location is a modest-sized room. What you can see of it is filled with rotting and decayed furnishings. Now, as you enter the room,
By the way, guys, when you see
and
me
I
like
will
closing
lock
my
it in
eyes
for a
and
second.
getting
As you
sleepy,
enter the
it's
room,
absolutely not because I'm bored. It's because I'm really super
you
tired.
see a skeletal figure that looks like
I need to
looks
stop
like a
getting up at
lich.
fucking
Pretty
6
much
a.m.
what you
on
would
game
expect
day.
to see, wearing a crown on its head, slowly rises from the couch, and as it does so, you hear, "Who dares to disturb the rest of Asarak? It is your death which you have found." And everyone can roll initiative.
Oh,
What?
we are gonna kick
What?
Sarak's ass. Oh, it's fucking him. Oh yeah. This is the guy on the cover of the Dungeon Master's Guide. You have a picture of him?
1 second. I'll give you an old school and see what else I have.
Just a quick question. Is Jocko still frightened?
You're not. I'm gonna say it's taken more than a minute. I should have said that before because you probably wouldn't have even been able to do what you just did. But you're good. Yeah, you're good.
He's like
So
a
let me make
mummy.
sure, is it still on you?
He's a
Is it
lich.
still on you?
It is,
All
but
right.
I rolled a second one because I get advantage on initiative, and I don't know if the second one was higher than my first one, but
The second one, Urash, was a 6.
all right, 13 wins.
So 13.
All right.
wins. Yes.
Clark is gonna test the waters by
And as
using
you,
it. Oh,
go ahead.
I was just gonna move there.
And as you're doing this, he's starting to kind of make motions with his hands and kind of big sweeping motions. But go ahead and I'll let you keep going.
Yeah, we're gonna need to fucking put a stop to that shit. All right, so I'm gonna attack him.
Oh, and you hit.
That room is the perfect size for silence, but I don't have it.
And again.
You hit it.
And again. And this ain't no time to be fucking around. I'm gonna action surge.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah!
Crit the cat.
Alright, so 3 more attacks. Oh man, I hear him. Another crit, bitch.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna one-shot fucking Acererak. 2 more attacks.
Slow down a little bit, man. Slow down.
Slow down. Alright, I missed him on the last one. Alright, and then I'm gonna say, hey everybody, this guy's nothing, and I spit in his face, and then I pass my turn. I'm probably gonna die right now.
You're powerful.
He's got all kinds of fucking legendary fucking action every turn and all this shit. I'm sure he does. It's over. Does he not have legendary actions or anything that he does between turns?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm not answering that question.
Okay. Well, he didn't do anything then. Benazar, kill him.
Right. Benazar's.
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
Did he react to the weapon attacks, or like move, or like was it painful? Did we see like any?
It definitely hurt him. It's
Okay.
He's reeling. He's got guts hanging out of him. What guts he does have left, I suppose. And yes, he looks very, very worse for the wear.
Well, look, I'm gonna say, a real lich would have lasted at least a round. And then I cast Vicious Mockery at him.
That is correct.
It's probably not even him.
And he
Clark
failed.
is fully convinced.
What kind of action would it be to pick up the mace? Which is an interaction I can do?
Yeah, it's just an interaction. Yeah, you could do that.
I'll take the mace.
And as you do that, he seems to really react and be kind of throws up his hands like in front of his face, like he's not liking that.
Oh. Is that
I forgot. I didn't even know about the mace. God damn it.
Hey guys, I think this mace does stuff.
Awesome.
Mace?
It's black mace, right? You said it was
It's an iron mace inlaid with silver.
And that's in the party sheet now.
Should I use that? I don't need to use that. He's almost wrecked.
And it glows with a bright golden light when held.
I'm gonna frenzy just to be safe.
Okay.
Target our friend. Oh, I don't know why that didn't frenzy. Oh, you still have frightened on me, I think.
Hold on.
Yes,
Let me look at you. Oh, I thought I removed it. God, you got so many things on you. One sec. Okay.
I'll roll again, just a d20 just to see. +7. Same thing.
And as your weapon slams into him, he falls and crashes to the ground and screams, "No!" And as he falls down, the moment he falls down, Jocko and Clark, you can kind of see in this room, there's a jade coffer, a leather bag, and there's a number of other things. But as he collapses to the ground, the ceiling cracks and everything around you in this entire room begins to fall down, and everything is falling around you. 1,
Out.
2,
Out.
3, 4, and it's starting to billow up these stairs at you, all the smoke as this stuff starts to, all the dust.
We go as fast as we can.
5.
Fast
we
as
have the
can.
mace?
Out, all the way out.
I've-
Yeah, you do. Yes,
I've got
yeah,
the
he-
mace.
He got it.
We should nab that coffer though.
6.
You're counting, but I'm
No,
like, we can't go any further. Like, get us off this map. We just start like running.
All right. So you guys get out of the pit as everything is collapsing behind you. You get up into the pit as everything is just dust is just billowing behind you.
I look at
So
the
what did you-
warriors with admiration and say, "Wow, what just happened?"
I beat the shit out of a guy, and then he was taken down by vicious mockery. I don't know what happened.
And then Jocko finished it, but that's
Oh, yeah,
because
Jocko
5e
finished.
pickups.
5e pickups. I don't believe that was too easy. I don't believe it was him.
So what do you guys think? Was that too hard or not too hard?
I mean, you guys have fought a demi-lich. You know what a demi-lich looks like. That was not a demi-lich.
Right.
Thankfully, he had a 3 initiative. We don't know what he could do. But I think there's a surprise that Gwydion's going to drop on us. The
Yes, we
simulation.
just killed the avatar of a Sararak. I don't know.
I don't know. So what are
It's
you
over?
what are you guys doing?
So we know that there was a collapse. Is it completely impassable behind us now?
You can, I mean, it looks like there's rocks and dust and kind of all kinds of debris as you're looking from the top of the stairs down into this entire area.
Well, guys, liches have phylacteries. If you don't get the phylactery, you don't get the lich.
Yeah. So we can either try to get back down in there and
What
see if
about
that's-
this? What about this mace that you have? Could that be a
Oh.
phylactery?
Possibly.
Why don't we smash it?
We might need to take a rest so I can identify this mace.
Meanwhile, the
Hey,
lich
guys.
comes out of the fucking mace and kills us.
You're so on Barbarian. What's phylactery?
So a phylactery is a magical housing that contains a
Yo,
soul,
soy
the soul of a lich.
barbarian.
And if you don't destroy the phylactery, the lich can reform itself after a period of time, and then it fucks you up again. So if you to really kill a lich, you have to both destroy the body and destroy the phylactery.
I can crush this thing. I know.
Well, let's make sure it's actually a phylactery first.
What about
So
this? What about
where are
that
you guys right now?
Well, we're just, I mean, we ran out of the collapsing shit, so however far
You're
we had to
in-
go.
In kind of the pit, or you're kind of in that pit that you
Maybe we
walk
come up
through
out
or
of the pit.
okay.
But then, is it possible that this crystal box could be a phylactery?
Uh,
I say we
Awesome.
smash the mace and we smash the crystal box and we just start smashing everything.
I see no harm in this.
Well, I want to identify this mace first.
Okay, we can try to rest, but
So
We're-
Benazar, I will tell you, it looks to you, it's kind of, it glows bright golden, but you actually don't think it's anything more than just a normal mace.
Maybe it was just the silver it was afraid of.
You think the altar was his phylactery?
Theoretically possible.
well, if so, that's blown up.
I feel like it should be harder to destroy a phylactery, I guess is what I would think. But what do I know? I didn't fight the lich. You guys fought the lich.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
I did not think that word. Well, I mean, so the DM hasn't said it's over, so well, I don't know what to do now.
We have two options, I think. One is to go back down and see if we can get back into that room. And if not, there's still those two doors back in the room with the spheres or the circles. I don't think we ever looked at those.
Why don't we do that first?
All right.
Yeah, let's go back to the sphere rooms, the glyph room,
In the
in
yeah,
the
it
big
has
long
a
hallway
doorway.
with the circle things, and then
Yeah,
check
okay.
those other 2 doors.
And Jocko does want to go through the mist if I need to, because not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
The what?
Again?
The temple mist.
Oh.
You know,
Oh, I
let me
thought you meant
unlock-
the archway.
We'll unlock tokens so you guys, because you guys have been in this, so you can go around wherever you want.
If you guys see anything that's labeled phylactery, let me know. Like with a label maker, that green
So,
tape
Clark,
with
are
the
you?
punch thing. Yeah, I'm gonna open that door.
Are you
I was waiting for Vethator.
Oh, sweet.
Oh snap!
That looks friendly.
that's what you see as you can roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Is that some shit coming out of the? Oh, it's an arrow. Okay, dexterity saving.
It's
throw.
a
There
it's
we
a
go.
spear. It's a spear trap. As soon as you open the door, a spear.
Oh, there's not even. It's a fucking brick wall with a spear trap in it.
And
Boo.
you definitely dive out of the way as this thing comes
Okay.
flying past you and impales itself into the far wall.
I'm like, no
Go
big
to
deal.
the next one.
Benazar, open the other door. See what? Stand on the side of it. This is the one where you open the door and the door swings and smashes you against the wall because you're standing on the side of it.
Yeah.
Penny's most hurt.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
All right.
Hey, Steven91367,
I got
thanks
some
for following the stream. Welcome.
I will
right.
pop the
Welcome to
door
you.
and be dodgy.
So you pop it, and the same thing. It's another spear trap that comes shooting out into the secret door that you came through before.
All right, well, those don't go anywhere. So, yeah, I guess we'll go back down and see if we can re-enter the rubbled area.
So
Yeah, I think
Jocko,
we'll
give me
kind of
a,
search
give me
the
a
walls. Yeah.
perception check. Give me an either an investigation perception. Okay, so Jocko, you see again on this wall behind this seems to be another illusion.
Uh-huh.
What
We
what
could
color?
see
Pathway
Totano.
behind it.
What color is that sphere?
Lemon.
Lemon tree, it is so
Sorry,
pretty.
I'm looking it up.
Isn't
It's
pretty?
gold
The
held high
lemons are so
overhead.
sweet.
All right.
All right.
Let's go.
Cheerbits in the stream.
Cheerbits!
Thanks for the cheerbits.
Furied Fate!
Right.
Cheerbits! Thank you, Furied. Thank you, Furied, for the cheerbits.
All right.
Oh,
Bravely
tokens
go
there. See-
where no man
Furied
has
Fate
gone
might
before.
be the new bit boss,
So you
everybody.
see
Oh, yes,
a
she is.
small room
Yes,
holds
yes,
what
she
appears to
is.
be a statue of a gargoyle.
That's nothing.
8
Keep
feet
going.
8 feet tall with 4 arms. One of the arms is broken off and lies on the floor in front of the statue. As you guys look at that and contemplate what you want to do, it's probably a good time to break for the evening.
Oh,
Ay,
man.
ay.
That's an evil laugh you just gave out right there.
I thought so. Cool.
I
All
think
right,
this
man.
whole dungeon is just
That's
one
fair.
big cliffhanger after another.
I know, right? No, I thought that's a good place to
I like
stop.
that we killed a Sararak and it's not over. Like, what the fuck? All right, cool. That was awesome.
Cool, guys. That was fun.
Great job,
Enjoyed
sir.
it. Thanks. I enjoyed that one. All right. Well, next
Very
Wednesday.
good. So, yeah, episode 50 next Wednesday.
Oh, that's awesome. Have to bring the real game next Wednesday, man. 50th.
Gotta
represent.
bring it.
All right,
All
guys. Well,
right,
I'm gonna turn off
cool.
my recording, but thanks. That was fun.
Yep. Thanks,
Thank you,
man.
sir.
Thanks,
Awesome.
everybody. See everybody
All right,
next
guys,
week.
See you in a week.
See you in a week.
All right.
All right. So, there you go, everybody. That was the Tomb of Horrors, Tales from the Yawning Portal. I think that was our second episode of that. I think we started last week, and then that was this week, and so it looks like it might end next week. That's a shorter one, because everybody's expected to die right away. However, next week when we play, that will be our 50th episode. We started this game in May of last year, May 10th. And the reason I remember that date is because that's the, now why is that making that Discord's making that noise? I hate that. I need to go and need to edit those sounds. Maybe actually that might be my sounds. That might be my settings that I have. Video and voice. Please do not make those fucking sounds when they enter and exit the channel. It makes me crazy. Yep, I'm not sure how to fix those. That's got to be on... Oh, well, Christ, I'll fix it later. Anyway, guys, the reason I remember that date is because that's the day that Doug Davison sent me to the hospital. Not really, but he was the DM of the first module, and we were playing, and about an hour into it, I got sick, and about 2 hours into it, I had to quit. I had to leave the game, and then at 3 o'clock that morning, the next morning, I went to the hospital for 6 days with sepsis, and I almost died. So the only way to get inspiration, if Doug Davison is your DM, the only way to get inspiration from him is to go to the hospital and almost die. Then he'll give you inspiration. All right, so yeah, and you guys can you can watch that. It's on YouTube. If you go to episode 1 of this campaign, you'll see that. So what else? What's happening? I'm going to give end of stream rewards right now to you guys. We played a lot of games that we usually don't play in the chat tonight. And if you guys missed the beginning of the show, you know, usually before the show starts, I run music for an hour, and we gave away 2 prizes. So if you weren't here, you missed it. You missed it. You don't know what I'm going to do. You never know when I'm going to give away shit. So let's see. End of stream rewards. I'm going to give you that right now, so everybody gets 100 gold pieces. Also, as a reminder, guys, you can do things to support the stream. So I put all the links in the chat there. You can come to our Discord channel and talk with other like-minded D&D Fantasy Grounds type people. You can go to my Patreon page. We have levels for as little as $1. You can subscribe to the channel if you wish. You can donate if that's your thing, and I appreciate that if you do. You can go to the DM's Guild and check out the items I have for sale there today. Today's sales on the DM's Guild, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9 items, and there was a publication put out today. So another solo adventure in Eberron this time. It's a solo adventure, so you can buy it and play it by yourself with Fantasy Grounds. He also has the PDF version if that's your thing. Although anybody that's watching this channel, I don't know why that would be your thing, because you want to do the Fantasy Grounds, right? But anyway, it's on the DM's Guild. It just went up today, and it's called Eberron Solo Adventure, The Savior of Sharn. Here, you know what I'll do? I'll show it to you. Oh, I'll show it to you. I'll put it on the screen, and then I'll show you the screen, and then you'll see it. So let me see. Can I find it here? Let's see. Bookmarks, DM's Guild, collaborations. And then I'll put the link in the chat too. If you guys want to go to it in your own browser, you can certainly do that. But here it is. There we go. So here it is. Eberron Solo Adventure, The Savior of Sharn. The guy's British, so Savior's with that U in there. Here's the cover of it. And it's got like 280 story entries in it, so it's pretty big. And it's there for you guys if you're interested. All right, cool. What else? Today is Wednesday, so no show tomorrow. Friday is the Dragon Heist, is the Waterdeep Dragon Heist day, is Fridays. But this Friday in particular, the 14th, we will not be playing. And the reason for that is we have 2 players that are going to be absent. And if 1 player is absent, you can kind of usually play and somebody else can run their character. But if 2 people are going to be gone, then no. So I made the date the 21st for the next episodes, because we're not going to do it on the 14th. Saturday we'll be here goofing around, giving away some prizes, chatting about crap in the chat. You can come in the Discord and chat with me on the show. Sunday, of course, we're going to do all things Fantasy Grounds. We're going to compare D&D Beyond hardbacks and FG modules and what the differences are between those. Module Creation Monday, I'll be doing that. I'm currently on page 306 of Creature Codex, so I'm about 3/4 of the way through that, I guess. And of course, we'll be back here next Wednesday for that game. And I think that's it, guys. Let's see, what else? Did anybody say anything in the chat? Do I need to answer any questions? Cheap ass Urash, somebody said. Oh, that was him. He said that about himself. eBay Ron. I don't know what that means. All right, guys. So I'm pretty tired. Oh my God, Friday's gonna be a big day. I gotta, even though I'm not streaming that day, I gotta take my sister to the airport at 4 in the morning, and then I'm gonna be playing Gloomhaven at my house with a couple guys, and we're gonna be doing that, board game style. And then they're coming to look at my bathroom floor, and oh my God, it's gonna be a huge deal. But I think I'm going to not work on any more stuff tonight. I need to take a break. I need to step away and maybe get a snack and watch a TV show or something, because I need to not burn out on this. I've been doing, for about the last 5 days, I've been doing wake up, do D&D stuff all day, and then go to bed, like no break. So yeah, that's not good to keep doing that. All right, so good. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Glad you were here. I will be back to see you. I guess the next time I stream will be Saturday, because nothing tomorrow, nothing Friday. So yeah, so Saturday. So come by on Saturday for Roundtable at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hop in the chat. We'll bullshit, and then I'll give away prizes, and it'll be good times. Otherwise, yep. Dragon Bait, thanks. Good night. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time, or in Discord in the meantime. And until then, good gaming, everyone.